Gentlemen, can you hear me? Any other day. Oh, you can hear me. Great. Fantastic. I don't know what was going on. I had a little bug in my system there. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to start all this over again. I did probably 2 or 3 minutes without anybody being able to hear me anyway. So, let's give a big shout out real quick to Smooth Grizzly. Smooth Grizzly is the one that made that introduction video that you saw just now. And it was so awesome. And he does not deserve he deserves more credit than he receives. And so please give a shout out, whether it's in Twitch chat or in general chat on the Discord. Smooth Grizzly, thanks for making that video. That was super cool. I'm excited. It got me so pumped for season 6. And speaking of season 6, we have today opening day in the BHB. Congratulations, everybody from the off season that made it onto the roster. This is going to be really exciting. Great time to be a player or a GM in the BHB. Ladies and gentlemen, our first game tonight is the Las Vegas Jokers taking on the Atlanta Rippers. And the first pitch of Season 6 belongs to He Do It. Congratulations on that honor. The leadoff pitcher for Atlanta, the opening day starter, I should say. The man on the mound the lady on the mound for Las Vegas Jokers, the opposite number, will be none other than AJ Stryker. Congratulations on the lineup. I can actually go through the Vegas lineup if you like, but I'd have to see it. Sweet. Thanks, brother. We got Perkins leading on things off for Vegas. Second base, Gunny McGuire in center field. Batting second, Mike Twinscrew at first base. Batting third, Tom Krieg at third. Batting cleanup, Hugo behind the plate for the Jokers. Catching, Britton in left field. John E. Rocker is playing right field, batting seventh. And hey, would you blow me, your starting shortstop for the Las Vegas Jokers. And again, AJ Stryker is your pitcher on the mound for Las Vegas. And Atlanta's lineup looks like the following. We have Charlie Bubblegum in right field. Benny Rodriguez in center, batting second. Easton West, first base, batting third. Meals Wheels, third base, batting cleanup. Jack Schwarbaum's in left field, batting fifth. Dixon Yamada, second base, batting sixth. Lillian Rosario, shortstop for the Atlanta Rippers. Benji Carlson is going to be your catcher. Holding down the squad for Will He Do It, the starting pitcher for Atlanta. Congratulations. Welcome to the BHB. It is opening day, and your first pitches will be in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at the Giganta Bowl in Atlanta. We've got a good one for you. These two teams in the previous season, Season 5, finished 5th and 6th respectively, both barely missing out on the playoffs. And here's your first pitch. It is a ball, fastball. Second pitch is strike. Will he do it? Breaking ball. 3 balls, 1 strike. Full count now to Spud Perkins. And the first plate appearance of Season 6 is a walk to Spud Perkins. Gunny McGuire, your right-hander, will start things off. Or excuse me, will be your second plate appearance for the Jokers. Checks the runner over at first. 3-1 the count. Full count now. And that's a little bloop to shallow center. Benny Rodriguez just can't get there, dives for it, gets it on the hop, and that's going to move the base runner at first all the way to third, and it's going to be a long single for the Jokers. Nobody out, first and third. One and two the count to Mike Twinscrew. And he gets the K. Will he do it? Sits down one on a looking strikeout. Tom Krieg now the right-handed third baseman. The runner goes, and he just gets under the tag, makes it to second base, and now the force play and the double play ball is gone. We have two runners in scoring position, nobody at first. 1 and 2 the count. One out to Tom Krieg, who just takes low for ball 3. Full count. Tom Krieg checks a swing, takes high and inside for ball 4. Bases are loaded with only one out. Infielders at double play depth. Mr. Hugo, the catcher for the Jokers. Big opportunity here in the top of the first. 2 and 2. High for ball 3. Full count now. And that's right down the middle with a breaking ball. It's popped into foul territory. Bubblegum's underneath that one and is shallow just enough to hold the runners. The runners will not tag. And now with 2 outs, the right-hander Doug Britton comes to the plate. Base is still loaded, top of the first. Swinging strike, 1 and 2 the count. Just inside, 2-2. Full count, 2 out, runners are going. And that's a line drive into right field, that's a base hit. Charlie Bubblegum throws it in, the throw is home, the runner scores, 2 runners score. And the runner at first moves over to third, first and third, 2 outs. The Jokers are on the board first in the top of the first inning. Johnny Rocker slices one foul. And that's a line drive up the middle for a base hit. Center field, Benny Rodriguez throws it in. That's going to score a run. The runner at first again goes to third. That's the third time I've said that today. The Jokers, 3-0 over the Rippers. And that's a pop fly into left field. Jack Schwarbaum's is running onto it. Just makes the catch at the track for the third out of the inning. But the Las Vegas Jokers come up big with 3 runs on 3 hits in the top of the first. A.J. Stryker going to work. Charlie Bubblegum, the first batter for the Rippers, already looking at a deficit. And he's down on strikes. First out of the inning for A.J. Stryker. Strikeout. Benny Rodriguez now. Foul ball down the third baseline. And that's a little sort of liner, sort of pop fly to Spud Perkins, who catches it for out number 2. Easton West now, your third batter for Atlanta. And another pop fly, this one to the first baseman, calling off Perkins, who covers first. And Mike Twinscrew makes the third out of the inning. So 1, 2, 3 go Atlanta. Joker's looking very good straight out of the gate. Perfect defense combined with a very productive offense. AJ Stryker leading things off in the lineup for the Jokers. And she strikes out on 3 pitches.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 4.
Will he do it? The left-hander pitching from the windup currently. Obviously struggling in the first. If you're an Atlanta fan, this is not how you wanted to start your season. But obviously very early still, being that it's opening day. That's going to be a little chip shot down the third base line for a base hit.
Now batting, the center fielder.
And we have another base runner for the Jokers. Gunny McGuire now slices foul. 1-1 the count. Fastball strike. Another breaking ball. 2-2 the count. Full count. That breaking ball probably missing the plate, but he gets him to swing. But he throws the exact same pitch, high breaking pitch for ball 4. That's another walk issued by Will He Do It. And that's a rip down the first base line, but Charlie Bubblegum's pretty quick. He gets underneath that one. The runners stay, and that's going to be the second out. So it's first and second, 2 outs for Tom Krieg, who drew a walk first inning. Swings through that one, strike 1. Just misses for ball 2. He gets that call, though. Breaking pitch hits the plate. 2-2 the count. And this is going to be a ground ball over the shortstop, who throws it over to East and West for out number 3. Atlanta survives this time. After a hit and 2 walks, a hit and 1 walk. Pop fly to the first baseman. And Mike Twinscrew calls everybody off as Stryker covers the bag for the first out. And that's a rip down the first base line. Foul. Swings through that one. Strike 2. AJ Stryker really dealing here. Left-handed pitcher from the windup. Throws heat high in the strike zone. Schwarbaums gets a piece of that. Stays alive. Fouls off another pitch. 0-2 the count. 0-2 the count again. Another foul ball. And this one is in play. Tom Krieg picks up the grounder. Throws over to first for the out. 2 outs. Nobody on. Dixon Yamada. Through that one, 1-1. Stryker looking good. 2-2 the count. Pop fly to shallow right field. Johnny Rocker is going to call everybody off. Out number 3. AJ Stryker perfect through 2. Vegas Jokers lead 3-0. Will he do it? Maybe getting his mojo back here on 1 pitch. It's the batter to pop to Charlie Bubblegum. 1 out now in the top of the 3rd. And that's a line drive into center field. That's a base hit. That goes all the way to the wall. Benny Rodriguez finally tracks it down, but not before a stand-up double with 1 out for the Jokers. Nice hit from Britton there. First multi-base hit of the game. And that's another line drive to center field. This could go all the way to the wall. It surely does. It gets down. Benny Rodriguez, practically the same play. Scores the runner from first. And Johnny Rocker's got himself an RBI.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 2.
Hey, would you blow me? Shortstop for Las Vegas. Batting right-handed. Against the left-handed pitching, will he do it? Who's given up 4 earned runs on 6 hits and gives up an additional walk to the shortstop.
Now pitching, number 91.
And that is a day for will he do it. Freddie Helium, the reliever, steps in to replace him. Very quick day for he do it. Just never could really find his rhythm. He will be the pitcher of record for the loss. Should the Vegas Jokers
Now batting,
keep this lead?
baseman, number 4.
Spud Perkins now your batter. And that's a dribbler down the third base line, playable, and he throws all the way across the field for out number 3. Vegas gets another run, though. 4 runs on 6 hits.
The shortstop, number 47.
Two and 2 the count to Lilium Rosario. And that's another strikeout for AJ Stryker.
Number 39.
Throwing some serious gas here in this game. It is the very hard to see, actually. What is that, the bottom of the third? It's the bottom of the third. And another ground ball to Mike Twinscrew, who takes it himself over to the bag for the out. Freddie Helium, a left-handed batter. Your brand new reliever. Takes back-to-back strikes, 0-2. Connects with that one, fouled. And another swinging strike to, the shortstop.
Now batting, the center fielder.
And the Vegas Jokers go back to work. Freddie Helium, a right-handed pitcher, gives up a hit into center field.
Now batting, the
And Mike
first
Twinscrew,
number 84.
second batter of the inning, third in the lineup, throws that one into center field. That's back-to-back hits on back-to-back pitches. First and second, nobody out for the Jokers.
Third baseman,
Looking dangerous again, Las Vegas. Tom Krieg, your batter. Freddie Helium trying to dial it in a little bit, but he's behind in the count, 3-0. And on 4 straight pitches, Tom Krieg draws a walk.
now batting, the catcher, number 99.
The bases are loaded. And Freddie Helium looks like he's in some trouble here. Mr. Hugo, the batter, who's 0 for 2 on the day, pops this one into foul territory. It looks like it might get to the seats. It doesn't, but it does fall short. Charlie Bubblegum's reach. Back-to-back fouls, 0-2 the count. This one is a pop fly into left center. Bubblegum going to grab that. The runner's going to tag, though, and go home. He just makes it under the tag. He's safe. 5-0 is the score.
Number 84.
And you still have a runner in scoring position. Another runner at first for Doug Britton, who's 2 for 2, single and a double. Pair of RBIs. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Doug Britton goes down on strikes and now it's Johnny Rocker's turn. Try to get an extra runner or two home. That's a line drive straight to Dixon, your mother. What a play from the second baseman who jumps as high as he can to make that catch. The Vegas Jokers get another run in that inning. But it sure felt like that could have been worse for Atlanta. A.J. Stryker going back to work. And Charlie Bubblegum is going to lead things off for the Rippers here in the bottom of the fourth. And that is going to be the first base runner for the Atlanta Rippers, and it is a walk. A.J. Stryker giving up a little walk there. Hop fly into shallow right field. Oh, and Spud Perkins actually runs onto that one from second base, the second base position, and catches that one for out number one. One and one account. Ground ball to Perkins. That could be two. Oh, and he just makes it, but the Las Vegas Jokers get the fielder's choice. And that's 2 outs. And the runner at first has been replaced. That's going to be a ground ball into right field. And that is the first hit of the game for Atlanta. And now the Atlanta Rippers threatening. With 2 outs, have a runner at first and third. Jack Schwarbombs is your batter. Two and one the count. 3-1 the count. Just catches some plate. Strike two. Runner at first is going to go. A ground ball to second. This should be the third out of the inning, and it surely is. Rippers come up short there. Runner in scoring position, but they can't bring him home. 5-0 is your score here in the top of the fifth. Freddie Helium currently pitching pretty well, although he has given up an earned run. Only 2 hits, though, and a walk. Make that 2 walks.
Now batting the pitcher, number 9.
Las Vegas Jokers have a base runner. And A.J. Stryker lays down a beautiful bunt that basically doesn't move in front of the plate. Just not enough time for the catcher to pick that up and throw it to second. So he does throw it over to first, gets Stryker. It's the first out of the inning. The next couple of pitches, pop fly into right center for out number 2.
Number 38.
A little behind on the play there. Apologies. Gunny McGuire, your batter for Las Vegas, has a runner in scoring position. McGuire's 2 for 2 on the day. And that's going to be a little chip shot over the third baseman's head for a base hit. The runner was going. The runner scores from second base
The first baseman, number 84.
on a routine single into left field. That's going to be another RBI for the Jokers. 6-0 is your score. Twin screw now. 1 for 3. Little chip shot into left center, but Schwarbombs is quick enough to get over. Vegas Jokers have scored 1 run in each of the 3 innings that they batted. A.J. Stryker goes back to work. She's locked in. Thrown 62 pitches, majority of which have been from the windup. Batter to pop fly to the third baseman. Krieg catches that one for the first out of the inning.
Number 47.
Lilian Rosario now. Stryker throwing a lot of fastballs here. Krieg again is going to make the play over to first base. That's going to be out number 2.
Number 39.
Nobody on and 2 outs. Another fastball, but this one's hit deep into center field. Center fieldman's back just shy of the track, and Gunny McGuire catches that one for out number 3. Looked like a decent hit off the bat, but it just kind of hung up there.
The third baseman, now
Robbed Atlanta of a run.
36.
Las Vegas Jokers only have 1 hit against them. 6 runs to their own name. But the first batter for the Jokers this inning is going to pop fly to the pitcher, Freddie Helium. Excuse me, Tyler West. I missed that change. Two and 1 the count to Mr. Hugo. That one's sliced into foul territory for strike 2. 2 and 2 the count. This one should be playable for the first baseman East and West, and it surely is. 2-out snap
The left fielder,
for Atlanta.
number 84.
Britton, 2 for 3. Single and a double. Pair of RBIs. He's ahead in the count 3-0. Tyler West giving up a walk there. Doug Britton,
Now batting,
your first base runner for the Jokers in this inning.
number 55.
Johnny Rocker, now your batter. He is 2 for 3. Also single and a double, 2 RBIs. He's looking for a walk as well to add to his opening day resume. But that's actually going to line into center field for a base hit. Johnny Rocker is now 3 for 4. What a great first day he's having.
Number 2.
Hey, would you blow me? The shortstop, he was 0 for 1 with a pair of walks, is going to line into center field for a base hit. Runner at second, rounding third, going home. He's just under the tag. Safe. Jokers ahead now, 7-0.
Number 9.
AJ Stryker is going to bat again in the top of the 6th. There are 2 base runners and 2 outs. Oh, and she's going to line it over the first baseman's head for a base hit. Goes all the way to the wall. Charlie Bubblegum makes the play. The runners at first and second score and go to third respectively. 8-0 is your score, and AJ Stryker has an RBI. Bud Perkins now your batter, who's 1 for 3, single and a double. Excuse me, single and a walk. Oh, breaking pitch just missing. 2 and 2 the count. Ground ball over to first. This should end the inning. Rosario goes to second. The short play to end it. Vegas Jokers take an 8-0 lead, though, on 12 hits. Atlanta has no answers for AJ Stryker. This one is going to pop into shallow center field. Very playable for Gunny McGuire, who makes the first out of the inning. Early Bubblegum, the second batter of the inning. AJ Stryker has faced 1 more than the minimum so far here today, giving up only 1 hit and 1 walk so far, if you're just joining us. And that's going to be a line drive into left field for a base hit just under the glove of Tom Krieg. That is going to be another base hit. That is the second hit of the game for Atlanta. As soon as I say that, I must give an AJ Stryker a jinx. Back-to-back strikes, though, 0-2 the count. Benny Rodriguez, who pops it on the third pitch of his at-bat to shallow right field. Bud Perkins plays that one comfortably for out number 2. So Atlanta have a runner at second base. East and West is your batter. East and West lines this one into center field. That's a base hit. Runner rounds third. This could be the Rippers' first run. It surely is. The throw to the plate is cut off, and East and West has an RBI. 8-1 is your score. The Rippers are on the board. And that's a line drive into left field for a base hit. The Atlanta Rippers now have another base runner. That is 3 hits in this inning for Atlanta. And AJ Stryker's night is done. After 5 2/3, she has been removed from the game, and Rabid Raccoon is your reliever. Three and 1 the count now. Man at second and first. And that's going to load him up for Atlanta. Dixon Yamada, the batter now, the left-handed batter for the second baseman against the right-handed throwing Rabid Raccoon from the bullpen. That liner is foul, slicing away from him. That's a nice dipping fork ball. Runners are going. Full count here in the bottom of the 6th. And that is a line drive into left field. Is that going to hang up there? It's off the wall. The runners are going to score. That's going to be at least a double. That is a bases clearing double, in fact. And ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves here a ball game. 8-4 is now your score. Atlanta getting 4 runs here in the bottom of the 6th. And Lilian Rosario now your batter, trying to drive in another one. Checks the swing, full count, 2 out. And that is a little popper to basically nowhere. And hey, would you blow me under that one easily for out number 3. But Atlanta Rippers come alive here in the 6th. Again, your score is 8-4. Las Vegas on top of Atlanta in the top of the 7th. Gunny McGuire having a great day with 3 singles and a walk. He's your leading off batter here in the top of the 7th. And as soon as I say that, Gunny McGuire going down swinging on 3 strikes. The first K of the ball game for Noxu. May help me with pronunciation on that one. Benji Carlson throwing out the runner for that one. That's going to be out number 2. Tom Krieg now your batter. And his second pitch rather is foul. 1-1 the count. Another foul ball. Krieg takes high 2-2. This one's foul. This one actually might be playable. East and West traveling very far. Makes the grab for out number 3. And it looks like the momentum has swung, ladies and gentlemen. And Atlanta have an opportunity after the stretch. And God bless some country, America perhaps. Rabid Raccoon, your pitcher. In relief for Las Vegas, that's going to be a ground ball. Out, number 1. Sus Braun, pinch hitter. That comes up handy. First pitch swinging. Liner into center field for a base hit. Atlanta have a base runner with 1 out. Early bubblegum, 1 for 2. Double and a walk. You can tell that. Oh, that could be 2. Spud Perkins over to Hey, would you blow me? Oh, but bubblegum legs it out. Is safe at first base. Jokers, excuse me, the Vegas Jokers get the fielder's choice, but Spud Perkins fields that one cleanly too, and over to first for out number 3. 1, 2, 3. That's true. They had a base runner. I almost said 1, 2, 3. Go the Rippers, but that.
The catcher, number 99.
Phillick, your new reliever for Atlanta, in the top of the 8th. Against Mr. Hugo, who grounds just to the catcher there for out number 1.
The left fielder, number
Doug Britton.
84.
The right-hander versus the right-hander, Phil Ick. A liner over to Easton West, who jumps very high to grab that one for out number 2.
55.
Nice play from the first baseman there. Johnny Rocker, 3 for 4. Johnny Rocker probably in the running for player of the game today. Easton West takes that one himself. Over to first for the out. 1, 2, 3. Go the Jokers.
Third baseman, number 33.
And Easton West is your batter. 1-1 the count. Couple of breaking pitches in a row there. Pops him to Johnny Rocker into right center field for out number 1. Meals Wheels now, the third baseman for Atlanta, who is 2 for 3 on the day. He's going to ground out on 2 pitches for the second out of the inning to Spud Perkins. Nice breaking pitch there for strike 1. A changeup for strike 2. Wow. 1, 2, 3. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. And down goes the side.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Atlanta are running out of opportunities here to score runs. They have 3 outs remaining, but first, they face the bottom of the order of the Jokers. And on 2 pitches, 1 out is recorded. Rabid Raccoon probably coming out. He surely is. Baracus Rex lines this one into left center field. That's going to not get to the wall. Nice speed from Charlie Bubblegum to limit that hit to 1 base.
Second baseman, number 4.
And a nice pinch hit for the Vegas Jokers, who now have Spud Perkins, who's 1 for 4 on the day. That's a liner over to the second baseman. This could be 2. It sure is. Double play is the play, and 1, 2, 3. Go the Jokers. Atlanta are down to their last half inning. The bottom of the 9th we go. And Dixon Yamada leading things off. The 6, 7, and 8 batters are going to start things off for Atlanta. And that is ripped on 1 pitch into center field. Oh, it's going to go all the way to the wall, and that's going to be a stand-up double. Atlanta already looking dangerous here in the bottom of the 9th.
Number 47.
Lilian Rosario lines this one into left field. Doug Britton takes it on the hop. Prevents the runner from running at all, actually. But Atlanta do have another base runner, first and second now for Atlanta, and Benji Carlson, the 8th batter, 0 for 3 on the day, will pop to the first baseman on 2 pitches, and the infield fly is called. 1 out for Atlanta. And Phil Ixday is done, obviously. Al Newdman, the pinch hitter for Atlanta, takes upstairs 1-1. This actually could be 2. Over to second for the out number 1. Over to first for out number 2. 6, 4, 3, double play. Jokers win. 8-4 is your final. And that was a extremely dominant performance from Las Vegas today on the backs of AJ Stryker. My goodness. That was a fun first game of your BHB Season 6. Gunny McGuire, 3 for 4 with an RBI and a walk. Johnny Rocker, 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Doug Britton, 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. If I had to be a betting man, I guess I would go with Johnny Rocker, Doug Britton, and AJ Stryker in no particular order for your top 3 players of the game. Vegas just completely dominating Atlanta, even though Atlanta did have that one strong inning on that big hit from Dixon Yamada. 3 RBI double, if I recall. Stryker with 2 strikeouts. 3 earned runs are going to be charged to her after putting on, I guess, 3 base runners. Though surprising, that's kind of the way it works. 5 2/3. She goes 5 2/3 on 4 hits. But she was perfect through 3. She was very good today, despite the line. The line really kind of doesn't do it justice there. Will he do it? Gets the loss, giving up 4 earned runs early in this game. 3 in the first, 1 in the third, if I'm not mistaken. 4 walks, 6 hits. Tough outing for Will he do it? And look at that. That's kind of surprising. Dixon Yamada is your player of the game. 2 doubles, 3 RBIs. Doug Britton and Johnny Rocker, no surprise there. I guess because of the 3 earned runs, it just eliminated AJ Stryker from the list. But nevertheless, Las Vegas get the win on opening day. Congratulations to Las Vegas. And ladies and gentlemen, this was only the first of 5 baseball games for you this evening. I'm Biscuit Basher. We will be right back after these messages. I'm going to go get a drink of water. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Biscuit Basher, and this is going to be Game 2 of opening day here at Season 6 of the BHB. We have the Miami Knights taking on the Manitoba Moose. our first new team of the day. Here's your batting order for Miami. Javier Brizzo, who was first in season 5 in batting average, leading things off at second base for Miami. Ricky Rodriguez, a catcher. Wes Connors, your right fielder. Lambert, your first baseman. Batting cleanup, Eagle Mondavi, the shortstop, batting 5th. Outlaw Owens in left field. Anthony Layton, third base, batting 7th. The pitcher, batting 8th. Thomas Pressing and Vinny D. The center fielder, batting 9th. Thomas Pressing is your pitcher, starting pitcher for Miami. Dan Gleasack is leading things off for the Manitoba Moose. He will be the first batter ever for the Canadian side. Orinoco, the shortstop for the Moose, batting 2nd. Donnie Danks, third baseman. Leathers catching things and batting cleanup for Manitoba. Perry in right field, batting 5th. Bradley, the second baseman, batting 6th. Normus, I can't remember his first name, center field for Manitoba. And Phillips, the first baseman. And we have Martinez, who I'm pretty sure is a rookie, starting things off for the pitcher for Manitoba. I'm getting my words all crisscrossed. Dixie Normus, thank you. I appreciate that. Dixie Normus is the 7th batter in center field. It's going to take me some time to learn all these names. It's been quite an influx of new blood in the major leagues. Baker Martinez is your pitcher. And here comes the first pitch. Javier Brizzo aggressively swinging at the first pitch. And that one could trickle into center field for a base hit. It surely does. Javier Brizzo, nice start for Miami.
Now batting the catcher, number 25.
Ricky Rodriguez,
No, that's low.
batting left-handed. Checking the runner over at first.
That's outside.
And that one is lined into left field, but Gleasack is able to run onto that one for out number 1.
Now batting the right.
Manitoba Moose are kind of have to be kind of careful. The scouting report shows the catcher's arm a little below average. So you could see a lot of stolen bases here tonight from Miami. We'll see, though. Here he goes. He's going. And he's going to be safe. No problems. They don't even make the tag. Javier Brizzo now in scoring position at second base. Wes Connors your batter for Miami. And the runner goes, but Connors swings and fouls it back. Brizzo returns to second. That's going to line into left field for a base hit. Brizzo goes to third. And Connors is your second base runner of this inning. 1 out, 2 on at the corners. Top of the first. Miami threatening. Swings through that one, strike 1. 1-1 the count.
That's inside.
Check swing, 2-2. Swings through that one, strike 3. That's 2 outs.
Now
And now Eagle Mondavi comes to the plate, also batting left. That one's lined into left field for a base hit. That's going to score a run. And now we have first and second. With 2 outs, the score is 1-0. Miami lead. 1-1 the count. 2-1 the count. And that's a ground ball that shortstop can't hang on. It trickles into left field. That's going to move the base runners 2 full bases and score a run. The Miami Knights now have runners at the corners, and the score is 2-0. And that's a liner into center field for a base hit. That's going to score the runner at third. Runner at first moves to second. And now it's 3-0 Miami. Very similar start to the first game tonight. One and 2 the count to Troy Pressing. Full count. Full count runners are going to go. And that is a blast into right center, just shy of the wall. And that's going to be caught for out number 3. A very long out for the pitcher, Troy Pressing. And that'll sit down the side, but not before Miami score 3 in the top of the first. One, two, three. That's 3 pitches. And that's going to sit down the leadoff batter for the Moose. 1-1 the count to Nicholas Orinoco. Strike 3. That's 2 strikeouts for Troy Pressing. Donnie Danks, your third batter. That one's fouled back. 2-1 the count. 2-2 now. Another foul. Full count. 2 out. Nobody on. Blasted down the third baseline. Foul. Oh, and he gets the strikeout. 1, 2, 3. 3 strikeouts for Troy Pressing. And the Miami Knights strike out the side here in the bottom of the first. And that's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman for the first out of the inning. Baker Martinez. 5 hits, 3 earned runs, only 1 strikeout. Here on opening day. Ooh, that almost hit the batter there, Javier Brizzo. He had to back up, crowding the plate a little bit. A little change up high and inside for that is fouled back. Another foul ball by Brizzo. Just off the plate, full count now. He's worked it. And Brizzo grounds to the second baseman, who dives to his right, makes the play, throws over to first for out number 2. Excuse me. Yeah, it was out number 2. Nice play from the second baseman there on Manitoba.
That's down. That's up. Ball, that's low.
Full count now to Ricky Rodriguez. Swings through that one, strike 3. Miami come up empty this inning. 3-0 is your score. Miami on top of the new Canadian squad, Manitoba Moose.
Ball high. Ball outside.
2-2 the count to David Leathers.
You're
A
out.
liner over to first is going to be your first out of the inning.
Right fielder. Number
And Leathers is sat down. Russ Perry, former singer turned baseball player. And a little blooper over to Javier Brizzo, who takes it on the hop, throws it over to first for out number 2.
number 30.
Kendrick Bradley now your batter for Manitoba.
That's outside.
And this is going to come off the pitcher's glove. But the second baseman is in a good position. Throws over to first for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Moose. And Miami Knights and Troy Pressing have faced the minimum so far.
Ball outside. That's outside.
Wes Connor's now your batter for Miami. And that's going to be a little grounder just off the pitcher's glove. That was such a mirror image of that previous play, except this time the batter is, the batter is safe at first base.
Go. That's high.
And Teddy Lambert, now your batter, with 1 out, has a runner at first.
Go. Inside. Foul ball.
2-2 the count. Another foul ball. And this is a ground ball over to second. This could be 2. We'll see. 1, 4, 6, 3. They don't get the out at first, but they do get the lead runner. Runner is at first base now. And 1 out. Eagle Mondavi.
Go. That's high.
Shortstop. And that's a little bloop into shallow left field. Just going to drop fair on the third base line.
Now batting.
And now Miami have 2 base runners.
Now pitching.
With only 1 out. Oh, Baker Martinez's day is done. After only 2 in the 3rd innings, Theodore Crunkleton in relief for Manitoba.
That's low.
Outlaw Owens, your batter. That could be 2. 6, 4, 3 double play for the Moose, and that'll sit down the side. Miami do come up empty this inning.
Now batting. The center fielder. Number 22.
Dixie Normus, center fielder for Manitoba, pops fly on the first pitch to shallow left. Shallow right field. Wes Connors makes the catch. And now the first baseman, Storm Phillips. And on 3 pitches goes down. The K is issued.
Number 24.
And Theodore Crunkleton, is your batter for Manitoba, the pitcher. The opposite number of Troy Pressing, and boom, goes down on strikes. 2 strikeouts in that inning for Troy Pressing. 1, 2, 3 go the Moose, and Miami start things off here in the top of the 4th. Little grounder over to first baseman. Storm Phillips takes it himself, gets the out. Now the starting pitcher for Miami, Coming to the plate, Troy pressing, a right-handed batter versus the right-handed throwing Theodore Crunkleton. And pressing goes down on strikes.
Now batting the center fielder, number 12.
Vinny D. Center fielder for the Knights. Who takes inside 2-1. And that's going to be a 5-pitch walk.
Now batting the second baseman.
And Miami have their first base runner of the inning. 2 outs, though. Javier Brizzo. And that's a blast into left field. That's going to get all the way to the wall. And the runner at first is going to round third. He's very quick. He's going to score easily standing up. And Javier Brizzo has an RBI double.
Catcher, number 25.
Little grounder over to third base. Throws over to first for out number 3. Miami Knights pick up another run, though. 4-0 is your score. And Dan Gleasack leading things off. And that's going to be a line drive into left field. Owens takes it on the hop. Perfect game is over. Practically the exact same thing as the first game. AJ Stryker and Troy pressing. Perfect through 3. And now it's over. And another hit given up by Troy pressing. Back-to-back hits, and the Manitoba Moose looking dangerous. 2 on, nobody out. Donnie Danks is your batter.
Ball, that's low. Ball, that's inside.
3-0 your count to Donnie Danks. High strike, 3-1. That's a little breaking ball. Nice, fooled the batter there, fouled it back, full count. On strike 3, fastball down the middle. Donnie Danks frozen. David Leathers now, the catcher for the Moose. That is lined into center field. This could go all the way to the wall. It does. It's off the wall. That one's going to score 2 runs. Manitoba get 2 runs here in the bottom of the 4th. And that's a pair of RBIs and a double for David Leathers. And this next pitch is popped to the shortstop, and that is going to be the second out of the inning. Anthony Layton making the catch. 2 outs. Leathers at second base in scoring position. And another first pitch swinging. Pops this into shallow left field this time. Outlaw Owens making the catch. The Manitoba Moose, though, getting a pair of runs after a long double from David Leathers. And the score has been cut in half. Excuse me, the deficit cut in half. The score is 4-2. Miami lead. Top of the 5th. Little grounder over to third base. Manitoba making that look easy for out number 1. The power hitting Teddy Lambert. 0 for 2 on the day. First baseman for the Knights. 2-2 the count. From the windup, Crunkleton deals. High fastball. That's a nice pitch for out number 2, who lines it over to shortstop. Eagle Mondavi, who's 2 for 2 on the day with 2 singles and an RBI to boot. A blast into left field. This has the distance all the way back at the wall as Owens. It is gone. Eagle Mondavi goes yard to left field. And the Miami Knights take the first home run in season 6 on opening day and take the lead 5-2. Add to the lead anyway. And that's a blast into center field. This actually has the distance too. It is gone. Back-to-back home runs for Miami. Wow. Big hit from Miami. Outlaw Owens going yard into dead center.
Now pitching, number 55.
And Theodore Crunkleton's night is done. 6-2 is your score. It's the top of the fifth inning. Miami take a commanding lead, or get their 4-run lead back anyway. And that's a liner over the third baseman's head for a base hit. That he could round the corner. The play is going to be close. The throw not quite. A double is recorded.
Number 99.
For again have a scoring position with 2 outs now. Troy Pressing, your starting pitcher for Miami, is your batter. And Kozak in relief for Manitoba. Troy Pressing on 3 pitches, strikeout looking. Miami goes back to back for the 5th. 2 solo shots. Their 4-run lead. 6-2 is your score. And on 1 pitch, leadoff batter for Manitoba grounds out to the first baseman. And Storm Phillips is the next batter. Little blooper into shallow center. Vinny D's going to have the legs to run onto that one for out number 2, Aaron Kozak, the left-handed batter slash pitcher for Manitoba. That's actually hit to deep center field. Vinny D all the way to the track, makes the catch. And on very few pitches, the Moose are sat down, and Miami looking very, very strong here in this opening game. Two and two the count. Very close pitch there. Full now. Vinny D, the center fielder. Liner into left field for a base hit. Dan Gleasack throwing it in. Vinny D, your leadoff base runner for Miami. Javier Brizzo, who's 2 for 3, single and a double. This actually could be 2. 6, 4, over to 3, but he's safe. Manitoba get the lead runner on the fielder's choice. Miami still have a very fast base runner in at first base. But Javier Brizzo, the exact same play, 6-4, gets the lead runner. Can't turn the double, but get the fielder's choice. Still a base runner at first, but now 2 outs. Wes Connors, your right fielder for Miami, is batting from the right-handed batter's box. Aaron Kozak from the stretch, also the right-hander, throws a nice breaking ball for strike 3. And the side is sat down. Manitoba are going to lead things off from the 1, 2, 3 in their order.
Fielder, number 7.
This one's fouled back. Strike 1. And this one's blasted into left field. Does it have the distance? Doesn't look like it. Outlaw Owens able to track it down at the track. And that's going to sit down the first batter for Manitoba, Dan Gleasack. And now it's Nicholas Orinoco, the shortstop, for the new team from Canada, the Manitoba Moose. Orinoco slices that one foul. Full count now. And that's going to be a walk. The Moose have a base runner. Donnie Danks is your batter. Troy Pressing pitching very nicely here. He's given up 3 hits and 2 earned runs on 5 1/3 so far innings pitched. 2 and 2 the count. Oh, strike 3. Troy Pressing sits down another batter. 2 outs now. David Leathers, your hero in the, what was that, the 4th inning. A double on 2 RBIs. Lines this one into right field. That's going to be a base hit. So now the Moose have 2 base runners. And Russ Perry is your batter. 1 in scoring position for the Moose. Nice fastball for a strike there. 1-2 the count. Nice breaking pitch. Curveball. And that's going to be a nice ground ball. Easy play for Miami. Over to first for the out. Miami sit down the side. Moose coming up empty there. Even after two base runners there in the bottom of the 6th. Top of the 7th now. Miami Knights have a 6-2 lead, and Teddy Lambert's going to line that one over the third baseman's head for a base hit. Eagle Mondavi now your batter, who's got 2 singles and a home run to left field, opposite field, and 2 RBIs to boot. For sure, player of the game candidate so far. And the runner goes. This is going to be a ground ball to the second baseman, who throws it over to first for the out. So now Eagle Mondavi's perfect season is over. Outlaw Owens, your batter now, who's 2 for 3 with a home run to center and 2 RBIs. A blast into left field. This has the distance, no doubter. It is gone. Outlaw Owens, 2 home runs on the day. 441 feet to left field. And it's a 2-run shot this time. A multi-home run game for Outlaw Owens. And the Miami Knights take a commanding 8-2 lead. Anthony Layton now your batter, right-handed. 2 for 3, double and a single. Also draws a walk. And the Miami Knights have another base runner. Aaron Kozak's game is finally done after giving up that monster into left field to Outlaw Owens. Roy Pressing laying down a nice bunt down the first base line. There is no way they're making that play at second. Troy Pressing really having a solid outing on the mound and at the plate. Pop fly behind home plate. Is that playable? It is. And that's finally going to sit down the side, but Miami getting a 2-run blast from the left fielder, Outlaw Owens. And the Manitoba Moose really have a hole to dig out of if they want to win this one. Kendrick Bradley is your batter. He bats left-handed, and he is going to pop fly on a 1-2 pitch to center field. Javier Brizzo ranging all the way into shallow center to make that catch. That's going to pop behind home plate. That should be no problem from the catcher. And that's going to be back-to-back outs on back-to-back pitches. Storm Phillips now, your batter for the Moose. Oh, what a beautiful breaking pitch. Curveball drops it in on the lower part of the plate for strike 3. Troy Pressing just on fire today. Javier Brizzo's your batter. Single and a double. RBI. He takes 2-1 the count. Ooh, gets him on that one. Fooled him. That's going to pop behind home plate. And David Leathers makes that catch easily for out number 1. Nice pitch from the new reliever, Chaim Tuvia. Little blooper into shallow left field. That's going to actually get down for a base hit. Dan Glesack throwing it in. And the Miami Knights have another base runner. I don't know if there's been an inning this game where the Miami Knights have not had at least one base runner.
No, that's inside.
8-2 is your score. Miami on top of Manitoba. It is the top of the 8th inning, I believe. It's kind of hard for me to see, actually.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 14.
Yep, top of the 8th. There it is. Teddy Lambert, your batter for Miami. 2 outs. And a runner at first. I was wrong on my prediction that there would be a lot of stolen bases. I think there was only that one in the top of the first inning, if I'm not mistaken. Lambert. Nice line drive over the first baseman's head. That's going to get all the way to the wall. Russ Perry throwing it in. The runner at first, going all the way to third. And now with 2 outs, Miami have runners at the corners for Eagle Mondavi. 3 for 4. Home run, 2 singles. A blast into left field, but it's slicing foul. It does get to the seats, however, and Eagle Mondavi is going to have another shot. 1-1 the count. Takes high and outside, 2-1. 3-1 now. And that's going to be ball 4. Eagle Mondavi adding to his resume. 3 for 4. Homer, 2 singles, and a walk. Bases loaded for Miami. Outlaw Owens, your big hitting hero, is at the plate. And a little pop fly. This one, he was swinging hard, but he just missed it. Shallow center field. And that's going to be out number 3. Owens wanting that big grand slam. But Miami have to settle for their current 6-run lead. 8-2 is your score, bottom of the 8th. If you're just joining us, Johnny Walker is your batter, and Troy Pressing has pitched 7 straight innings and has given up 4 hits, only 2 earned runs. Make that 7 1/3. And he has also laid down a nice sacrifice bunt. And wow, would you look at that? Franken Beans coming in to relieve Troy Pressing. Troy Pressing's night is done, but a nice outing. And he is going to be the pitcher of record for the win should the Knights keep their lead. Franken Beans, nice sidearm left-handed pitcher for Miami. Gets a strikeout. Oh, I'm sorry. He didn't get a strikeout. He just gave up a walk. That's going to be a grounder over to first. Teddy Lambert takes it himself for out number 2. Apologies. Like not paying attention, I guess. Donnie Danks is your batter for Manitoba. He was 0 for 3 on the day. Miami Knights looking very strong in their opener. Donnie Danks grounds over to third. Throw over to first. 6-3 is your out. Number 3. And to the 9th inning we go. Miami Knights have 16 hits and 8 runs. A nice 2-to-1 ratio there. To an equivalent 2-to-1 ratio. 4 hits and 2 runs for Manitoba. Anthony Layton's 2 for 3. Double and a single and a walk. He's been on base 3 times. And he draws another walk. That's 4 appearances on the base paths for Anthony Layton. A nice bunt, but it's just foul. Frankenbeans trying to lay one down again. 2 strikes, though. He shows bunt, bunts it foul. That's going to be an out.
The center fielder, number 12.
Vinny D now your batter. A blast over the second baseman's head. That could get all the way to the wall. And it does. The runner at first going to third. He's going to hit the stop sign. And the Miami Knights have 2 runners in scoring position
The second baseman, number 9.
on a double from the center fielder. Javier Brizzo is at the plate for the 6th time this afternoon, or this evening, depending on your zone. He's 2 for 5, single and a double. Gravity Steve pitching in relief for Manitoba. From the stretch, he's a left-hander. He has knee-high pants. The stripes on the socks of the uniform showing. That's going to be a hit into right field. That's going to score 1 run. The runner at second hits the stop sign at third. But Miami add to their lead. And with only 1 out, first and third now. Top of the 9th. 9-2 is your score. Miami commanding this game. That's going to be a line drive into center field for a base hit. That's going to score a run. And with 2 outs, the runner goes. And he's going to make it all the way to third base. So again, it's going to be first and third with 1 out. I'm sorry, there was only 1 out. Wow, really losing it. 10-2 is your score. Top of the 9th. And that's going to be a blast into center field. Does it have the distance? The center fielder just makes the play. But the runner at third's going to tag and go home. That was all the way at the wall.
Now batting, the first baseman.
And that's going to score another run for Miami. So the Miami Knights have now scored 3 runs in the top of the 9th to take an 11-2 lead, and another line drive to third base ends the inning. The Manitoba Moose have a 9-run deficit that they have to overcome if they want to win this one.
11.
David Leathers leading things off, the catcher for the Manitoba Moose. 2-2 the count. He swings through that one. David Leathers goes down on strikes.
The right fielder, number 18.
Frankenbeans. Ooh, that's hit very well into right center field. That has the distance. It's gone! The Manitoba Moose record their first home run of the season. It's a solo shot. 11-3 is your score.
Number 30.
A nice piece of hitting by the Moose there. And another ground ball. Ooh, Evil Mungdavi dives to his left. Nice play from the veteran shortstop.
Center fielder, number 22. Ball, that's up.
The Manitoba Moose down to their final out. 2-1, the count that is. Dixie Normus is your batter.
That's low.
Checks the swing. Full count now.
Take your base.
Ooh, and he just misses the plate. That was very close pitch. And
34.
the Manitoba Moose have another base runner for Storm Phillips, who's 0 for 3.
He's out.
A liner over to second. That's going to end the ball game. 11-3 is your final. It was nice to see the Manitoba Moose show some life there in the bottom of the 9th. But it just wasn't nearly enough to overcome the deficit that they had incurred over the course of that ball game. Miami Knights win the ball game 11-3. Very nice performance from the starting pitcher Troy Pressing and the entire Miami Knights lineup. Javier Brizzo, 3 for 6. 2 RBIs, 2 for 6. Ricky Rodriguez. Who else was hot? 2 for 5. Wes Connors. 2 for 6. Lambert. Eagle Mondavi. 3 for 4. 2 RBIs. Outlaw Owens. 4 RBIs. 2 home runs. 3 for 5. I forgot Eagle Mondavi's home run. Troy Pressing even had a sacrifice hit. Anthony Layton 2 for 3 with a walk, with 2 walks and an RBI. I mean, it's just the whole lineup had a hit. I mean, they were just unstoppable, totally unstoppable. David Leathers had a nice game, 2 for 4, 2 RBIs. A very, very entertaining game 2 of tonight. Troy Pressing, 7 1/3. 2 earned runs, 4 hits, 1 walk. What is that, 8 strikeouts? That's ridiculous. Frankenbeans in relief pitched very nicely too. 1 strikeout, 2 walks, 1 earned run, 1 hit. Inning and 2/3. Gives up a home run late. Martinez takes the loss, 2 1/3, 7 hits, 3 earned runs. Pair of strikeouts. If that's his first start, though, I mean, that's a tall order to go up against a very elite Miami side. Tough position to be in if you're Manitoba there. Outlaw Owens, no surprise here. Player of the game, 3 for 5, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, and 2 times crossing the plate himself. Congratulations to your runners-up, Eagle Mondavi and Javier Brizzo, all having great games. Good game, Miami. Good game, Manitoba. Also, in game 1 of today's game, congratulations to Atlanta and Las Vegas on a very, very fun game as well. I am Biscuit Basher, and this is opening day of Season 6 in the BHB. I will be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Biscuit Basher. We got another good one for you. Another new team, the Dallas Rough Riders, are going to be your away team, and they are playing in Albuquerque at the Shaka Sports Turf against your Kirky Turkeys. Pabst Bear Hatman leading things off for the Rough Riders. Dick Slap Tallywhack, second baseman, batting second. Deacon Nickens, right field, batting third. Daryl Strawberry, center fielder, batting cleanup. Mr. Anthony at first base, batting fifth. What was that, Johnny 43? Third baseman. I am Snowball, your catcher, holding things down for the Rough Riders. And Olaf, your left fielder, is going to be batting eighth. And on the mound for the Rough Riders in their first game ever is Mr. Armstrong. Good luck to the Dallas Rough Riders today. This is Game 3, opening day, here in Season 6 of the BHB if you're just joining us. Ray Colson is leading things off at first base for the Kirky Turkeys. Mighty Bunch Jr., third baseman, batting second. Domingo Ayala, second baseman for the Kirky Turkeys, batting third. Tom Rahman, catcher, holding things down for the Turkeys. Behind the plate, Mojo Rising, your center fielder, batting fifth. Parker Thomas, right fielder, batting sixth. Kingsley in left field, batting seventh. Mr. Hill at shortstop, and Mr. Young at the mound. Your starting pitcher for the Kirky Turkeys. Good luck to both sides. A veteran Kirky Turkey squad versus a brand new Dallas Rough Riders side. Looks like I've got somebody in the booth with me.
Hey, what's up?
If you want to chime in, bring it on.
Oh, man, I don't know if I can match the silky tone of Biscuit Basher.
Oh, shucks. You embarrass me.
I'm
Introduce
in
yourself.
after watching. Yeah, it's Crozier McCoy. I think most people here know my voice.
Good.
By now, hopefully. I did a lot of stuff last season. Really excited to get started on my first season. You know, I missed a bit of last year, but this is going to be my first full one, and I love Big Head so far, and really looking forward to put more time into it.
Great. We're glad to have you. Pabst Bear Hatman leading things off for the Dallas Rough Riders. Takes a ball back to back. And that's a blast into left field. This actually might have the legs, might have the distance. Bear Hatman, it is gone. It hits the billboard leadoff home run for Dallas.
First at bat, man. He's a power hitter. He does not give a shit what you throw at him. He will crush that thing. That was a classic Bear Hat.
Absolutely. Pabst Bear Hatman goes the distance. Deep left field. And the Dallas Rough Riders take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first with nobody out. The first batter of the day going yard. Dick Slap Tallywhack slicing that one foul. 3-2 the count. Swings through that one, strike three.
Good movement there.
Mm-hmm. Andy Young gave up a home run and now issues a strikeout. 0-2 the count. Another foul ball from Deacon Nickens.
Ooh.
Strikes out, swinging. Andy Young sits down another.
Bad at-bat approach there for Nickens. Just kind of swung at everything and got in the bad count, and it just went sour from there.
Daryl Strawberry now takes a breaking ball for strike one. 3-1 the count. And that's going to be a 5-pitch walk to Daryl Strawberry, who takes first base.
The first baseman, number 11.
Devin Anthony.
Ooh.
Blast into center field, but Mojo Rising, ranging to his right, runs onto that one. Out number 3. But
He saw
Dallas.
what he liked. Went after it.
Dallas strikes first, though, on a home run to left field by Pabst Bear Hatman. And Ray Colson is going to lead things off for the Kirky Turkeys in the bottom of the first. 3-1 the count. And that's going to be a 5-pitch walk. And Colson is going to be your first base runner for the Turkeys. Dutch Armstrong, your left-handed pitcher, now pitching from the stretch for Dallas. A shot down the first base line. That's going to drop fair. Oh, with a dive. He just off his glove misses it. And Ray Colson scores from first. I don't think that she thought that the right fielder was going to get there because she just took off. Had the right fielder grabbed that, she would have been toast.
Yeah, only a 22% chance to miss that one too. So just by bad luck there, we avoid a triple play to end the inning.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been a huge play. But as it is, the Kirky Turkeys are on the board. And the ball game is tied in the bottom of the first. Tom Rahman is your batter now, who has a runner at second base in scoring position. 0-1 the count. The runner's going to go to third, and he's going to get gunned down. That's going to clear the bases for Dutch Armstrong, who now has 2 outs. Tom Rahman draws a walk. Mojo Rising, your batter now. He's a right-handed batter. Versus the left-handed pitching Dutch Armstrong. And that's going to be a ground ball to Dick Slap Tallywhack, who throws lefty over to first for the out.
Man, they tried to steal third against while a left-handed batter is up to bat. With a good bat. That was such a strange call from the base running coach. Someone's getting yelled at for that one.
You're not kidding. 1-2 the count now to Jose 43. Now blast into right field, but Parker Thomas playing a little shallow, able to run onto that. It's the out. And I am Snowball. The next batter for Dallas, who pops it high to the left fielder. Kingsley calling the center fielder off. Makes the play. And Laird Olaf, left fielder for Dallas, in the right-hander battered box. Against Andy Young, the starting pitcher. And that's going to be lined into right field for a base hit. Parker Thomas throwing it in. Dallas Rough Riders have another base runner. And now Andy Young's opposite number, Dutch Armstrong, comes to the plate. 1-1 the count. Little ground ball to Mighty Bunch Jr., who also throws lefty. Over to first for out number 3. The ball game is tied here in the bottom of the second. 1-1 is your score. And on one pitch, it's lined into center field. The Turkeys have a base hit.
Both batting groups here going for real aggressive approaches. It's kind of paid off so far, but eventually these are good pitchers going to figure it out if you keep going at them this much.
I agree. It has been a very aggressive opening day in general. All of the a lot of swinging. 3-1 your count now to Skylar Kingsley. Counts full. Nobody out. And that's a blast into right field. The Turkeys are going to get another base hit. First and second now with nobody out. Bottom of the second. Dante Hill, the shortstop for the Kirky Turkeys. New shortstop. This could be two. Bear Hatman over to Tallywhack. Over to first for the double play. 6-4-3. The runner at second advances to third. So the Kirky Turkeys still have a runner in scoring position, but now 2 outs.
Armstrong really pitching around that rookie that rookie batter. Welcome to the league moment there.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And Bear Hatman catches another liner for out number 3. So that's going to end the inning and end it a little too early if you're a Kirky Turkey fan, because the score is still 1-1. Paps Bear Hatman with a home run in the top of the first at the plate. A dive to his left. Mighty Bunch Jr. makes the play over to first for the out. And Bear Hatman is sat down. Nice play from the veteran third baseman there. And that one is going to be lined into right field for a base hit. Dallas has a base runner for Deacon Nickens, the batter, who bats lefty. And that's going to be lined into center. Moj Rising is able to run onto that one for out number 2. Base runner having to return to first. And the left-handed batter batting Darryl Strawberry. Now for Dallas. Takes a breaking ball, strike first, strike one. Nice curveball there from Andy Young. Another breaking pitch just off the plate. 2-1 the count. Full count. Runner's going to go. Andy Young really favoring his breaking pitches at that at-bat. Throwing
That's a stone
something
cold
like...
take.
It really was. And that's going to draw a walk. Dallas has 2 on with 2 outs in the top of the third. Devin Anthony, the first baseman, is your batter. That's going to pop into right center. Kirky Turkeys should have no problem with that one. Parker Thomas makes the catch. Out number 3. And with 1 run on 3 hits, both sides are tied. And Ray Colson is going to be the first batter in the bottom of the third. Armstrong drops in a curveball, but Bear Hatman, it's a little ground ball into shallow left field. Bear Hatman actually made the diving play, but there's no way he's going to be able to throw him out at first. It's just too far. And Ray Colson, on the first pitch of the next batter, steals second base for Mighty Bunch Jr., who has a runner in scoring position now, but he strikes out on 3, strikes. And the Kirky Turkeys go to Domingo Ayala.
Who says casters can't count?
That's going to be a fly ball into center field. This actually might have the distance. It is gone. A 2-run shot for the Kirky Turkeys. Big blast into center field, 451 feet. And Domingo Ayala puts his team on top 3-1.
Knew just what he wanted to do, send in that deep run with a great power swing. You know, I think he would have been happy if that just landed naturally. Instead, he gets a real good deep shot. It's going to be a pop fly, going to go fast.
Yep, that one's just foul. 1-1 the count to Tom Rahman, the catcher for the Kirky Turkeys. And that's a little ground ball over to second base. Dick slap Tallywhack for out number 2. Mojo Rising, your batter now. This is the Kirky Turkeys' first lead of the ballgame, too. the home run from Domingo Ayala, giving the Kirky Turkeys an early lead here. 3-1 is your score. 2-2 is the count to Mojo Rising. 2 outs. Nobody on base. A blast into center field, but Darryl Strawberry has the legs running onto that one straight forward. Catches that one for out number 3.
How are you feeling about new club Rough Riders' approach to their first game?
Well, obviously, I don't even know if Bear Hatman meant to go yard on that very first at bat, but sure. I mean, obviously that gave their team a boost. But they pretty much.
If anyone can hit a solo shot without trying, it's probably Bear Hat.
There's no question about that. That's going to be a liner into left for a base hit. Skylar Kingsley just not quick enough to get to that one. And that's not really a dig. It was just really well hit. Dallas Rough Riders, though, have a base runner with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Dallas Rough Riders have not looked bad this game. They just haven't really found an answer for the Kirky Turkeys.
Yeah, both teams getting great contact on hits. Just sometimes, baseball's a matter of sometimes it drops, sometimes it doesn't, right? So lots of base runners, just can't convert them all.
Yep. And strike 3, down goes the pitcher. Kirky Turkeys, 3 runs on 5 hits against the visiting Dallas Rough Riders, who have 1 run on 4. Dutch Armstrong looking a little tense out there. 3 earned runs and 5 hits. That's hit very well. That's into left center field. That actually might have the distance. It is gone just over the wall to the jumping Strawberry, who can't make the play. Home run for the Kirky Turkeys, another one. 421 feet. Parker Thomas adding to the lead of the Kirky Turkeys. 4-1 is your score.
Looking like a spring training game out here, man. Bats just swinging, can't keep them in the park.
A lot of home runs.
Pitching situationally here.
A lot of home runs so far. There's, 3 already?
4, I believe, counting the Rough Riders.
Oh, true. Another ground ball line drive into center field. Strawberry handles that one cleanly. Throws it into the infield. That's going to be a base hit.
Number 26.
I'm trying to think of who that other home run was.
Yeah, there was the 3 solo shots. 1 by Bear Hat, and then the 2 on the Turkeys, and then the 1 home run that came with a runner on first already.
Gotcha. I guess I don't remember that first solo. That's my bad.
Feels like a century ago now, right?
I know. Ray Colson, who's 1 for 1 with a walk today. Yeah, Domingo Ayala was the 2-run shot. Parker Thomas was a solo. I'm trying to think of who the 3rd one was. I'll figure it out. We'll find it. Ray Colson has a runner at second, but grounds to the first baseman, Devin Anthony, who takes it himself for out number 3. And Papsper Hatman, speak of the Devils, going to lead things off for the Dallas Rough Riders here in the top of the 5th.
Andy Young, attrition starting to set in. He's at 63 pitches at the 5th. Not great, not terrible.
Yeah, he's really hanging in there. Ground ball over to first baseman. Andy Young covering the bag. Makes the play for out number 1.
Number 27.
Big slap tallywhack, the second baseman. Swings through that one, 1-1. Nice, what is that, a screwball for strike 2, 1-2 the count. Nice curveball. Gets him to ground. Ayala for out number 2.
As Sabunce just said in chat, we're at 81 viewers. Been a real poppin' stream so far. Great
Yeah, no
opening
kidding.
day.
Merle McGuire's saying that we actually hit 90 viewers for a hot second. Crazy. That's got to be a record, right? That's a pop fly into left field. Thomas calling everyone, Skylar Kingsley calling everybody off for out number 3.
Van saying almost PBE numbers. He's just deflecting because he's good in PBE and bad at big head.
Number 13.
That's what it is. They saw Papsper Hatman was up and they stayed tuned in.
he's the viewers drawer for sure.
And speaking of Bear Hatman, he catches a shallow fly ball for out number 1.
Number 11.
Shallow center, that is, ranging all the way to his left. Domingo Ayala with 2 RBIs on his jack to center field. He's going to pop this one slicing foul. Gets down. Last into right center, but it's off the end of the bat. Not enough power. Deacon Nickens able to range to his right, makes the play from right field. Tom Rahman, now your batter. If you're just joining us. Oh! Oh my goodness.
Oh, he fell down.
Oh, charge him with attempted murder. Tom Rahman hit in the helmet. Wow, Kirky Turkeys have a base runner at first. Alejandro Kirk is going to be your new pitcher. Rough Riders have seen enough.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Parker Thomas, who's 2 for 2 with a home run and a single, is your batter. And now with 2 outs, have 2 runners on. Should this lead to a home run, the Turkeys would take a 7-1 lead. This is going to be a line drive into center field. The runner at second is going to turn the corner, and he's going to score from second. So 5-1 is now your score.
That batter now 3 of 3 with the home run and another RBI. Starting the MVP campaign early.
Certainly. Skylar Kingsley is your batter. 0-2 the count, and he's going to swing and miss on third pitch of that at bat. And the Kirky Turkeys end the inning, but they get another run. 5-1's your score.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 18.
Errol Strawberry, your batter for Dallas. That one did not come off his hand well. That screwball missing way outside. But Strawberry swings through that one. Ooh, a nice play from Mighty Bunce. Can't make the play.
Now batting,
Shortstop backing him up. Throws over to first. Not in time. That's going to be an infield hit, most likely. I'll have to check the scoring. But Andy Young's day is done, and Barry Cool coming in for relief. Kirky Turkeys going to the pen.
Very good first start there, you know. Up in location to get a walk or to get a win, and went pretty good. You know,
Yeah.
6 innings. Good start.
Yep. 1 earned run on 5 innings pitched. So yeah, he is going to be the pitcher of record for the win. And Barry Cools, like I say, coming into relief, and that's going to be caught by Ayala,
now batting, the third baseman,
who you could make an argument that, well, if he had dropped it, they still would have gotten an out. Might have gotten a double play out of it.
Here's
2
the
and 1.
player I just called trash.
2-1 the count. 2-2 the count, I should say. We'll do it again. Jose 43 just fouled that one down the first base line. And that's going to be popped into left field. Skylar Kingsley makes that look easy for out number 2. And the runner at first has to stay put.
the catcher, number 3.
I am Snowball, your batter. And that's going to be down the third base line. Mighty Bunch Jr. Makes a backhanded play over to first for the out. That's going to be out number 3. And the Dallas Rough Riders are sat down. And the Kirky Turkeys trying to add to their lead here. Dante Hill leading things off. Shortstop. And on a 2-2 pitch, that one's lined into right center field. That's going to trickle all the way to the wall. Deacon Nickens throws it in. But the base runner is standing at second base. Pants clean and everything. A double.
Man, Kirk, one of the best in the game, and still gives a rookie a real easy pitch to swing at.
And that bunt just is outside the reach of the catcher, Tom Rahman, and gets down. He's able to make the play over at first base, but the runner at second advances to third. So now, Kirky Turkeys have a runner 90 feet away for Ray Colson, who Bear Hatman playing in. The runner's going to go home, but is caught in a rundown. And the pitcher ends up making the tag for out number 2. That was a botched ground ball play there from Kirky. Opportunity lost. Mighty Bunch Jr. grounds to Bear Hatman, who makes the play. Over to first for the out. 5-1 is your score. The Kirky Turkeys have the lead.
Great pitching there to give up a bad hit, but then shut it down after that.
Certainly, and good defense too. Playing in. That's hit deep into center field. That's all the way back. It is gone. The Dallas Rough Riders have another run on a solo shot to left center field, 451 feet. This is an amazing game because typically this ballpark doesn't yield that many home runs. But boy, howdy, I'm here to tell you, there have been at least 4, maybe 5 if I forgot one, home runs in this ball game. The last one belonging to the Rough Riders. Who was that? I missed who that was. I feel bad. A rookie? A little dribbler over to Cools. Barry Cools takes it himself for the out. Dick Slap Tallywhack is now your next batter. And he, on the first pitch, pops into shallow left center. Mojo Rising calling everybody off. Catches that one for out number 3. Oh, it was Olaf. Yeah, it was. I think it was Olaf.
Game. Both teams early in the inning always get a runner or 2 in, and then, the rest of the innings determined pretty quickly after that. There they get the solo shot, and then just kind of dry up after that. But, if you're trailing by 4, better to get a home run than to not get a home run, right?
Oh, certainly. The deficit of the Rough Riders is really not insurmountable like perhaps in the last game. The Manitoba Moose were down by 9 late in the game. It's just like it's very unlikely that they're going to score 9 in the bottom of the 9th. But with 3 innings left, the Dallas Rough Riders have an easy opportunity to come back. But now that it's stretch time and 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th, Mojo Rising is your batter for the Kirky Turkeys. Checks the runner over at first. Dexter Jackson pitching in relief for Dallas. And Jackson gives up a walk. Rising now at first base. Parker Thomas, who has 2 singles and a home run with a pair of RBIs. Grounds to Bear Hatman. This could be 6-4-3. It's a double play. Dallas Rough Riders sit down the side thanks to the nice defense. And Deacon Nickens is going to lead things off for Dallas here in the top of the 8th. 6 outs remaining for Dallas to come back in this one. Barry Cools gets Nickens to pop fly on that one on a really bad high-end inside pitch.
Now batting, the center fielder.
And that's going to be out number 1, Tom Rahman making the catch. Darryl Strawberry now grounds to Ray Colson on 2 pitches.
Now batting,
And that's going to be out number 2.
number 11.
Barry Cools having a very nice relief performance here for the Kirky Turkeys. And that's going to be popped into foul territory, not catchable. So Devin Anthony gets another shot, and that's going to bloop just over the head of the second baseman into shallow center for a base hit.
Now batting, the third baseman. Number
Boy, he wanted that one just a little too short for the dive.
Mm-hmm. He really did. He wanted to make that play and end this inning, but not today. Rough Riders have a runner at first base with 2 outs. X the runner at first. 2-2 the count. Ooh, nice take there on a nice slider from Barry Cools. Runner's going. And that's going to be a nice walk and good patience from the Dallas batter.
pitching. Number
Minor League Finals MVP, Jose
Mhm.
43.
I am Snowball now, your batter.
Oh,
Could this
no.
be? It is
Oh.
an out. A nice recovery from the pitcher there. That could have loaded the bases.
That would have been a nightmare if they didn't get that one.
Mm-hmm.
number
But as it is, it's the bottom of the 8th, and the Kirky Turkeys going to try to add to their lead. I am Snowball injuring himself on that run over to first base. But it looks like he's staying behind the plate. Really showing some bravery out there. Some toughness as a catcher for Dallas.
What it's all about, being a good athlete, being tough.
Absolutely. Ooh, a very difficult play for the third baseman, but that's going to be an infield hit. Jose 43 just off of his glove. And so now with nobody out, the Kirky Turkeys have a runner in scoring position for the pitcher, William Thomas, who's
Best
a pretty,
batting pitcher in the league.
for sure. I was just going to say, he's a pretty good hitter. Dexter Jackson pitching from the stretch, a left-handed pitcher. Oh, and that's hit very well. The pitcher goes to right center. Home run for the relief pitcher. Kirky Turkeys take a commanding 8-2 lead. Very nice piece of hitting.
You know, he started up 3-0, and I was angry that he let the count dwindle, and then on full count he just hits it deep. So guess he just wanted to toy with us a little.
Right. And Ray Colson legs out a really nice infield hit that just stayed on the third base line. And still with nobody out, the Kirky Turkeys look dangerous. And Thompson passes Joey Phillips for a home run lead. That's funny. And that's going to pop to the... Yeah, he's going to pop to Dick Slap Tallywhack for out number 1. Can you believe that? That's only the first out of the inning.
Yeah, this one's gone on forever.
Misses the tag over to first for out number 2, so they get the fielder's choice at first. But Ray Colson just avoiding the tag there on the base paths to get to second base. So Tom Rahman, who I'm surprised is not dead, hits one into shallow center field. Jose
Oh, no
43
way.
again can't come up with the play. Gets an RBI. Ray Colson scoring from second on the play.
You know, the Riders were obviously facing bad circumstances, but they were batting better, and it looked like they had a chance to take it into the ninth. And then this one's just been hell in a cell. It was looking close, and now they've given up 5.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this inning's been just a total disaster for the Dallas Rough Riders, giving up 4 just in this inning. A ground ball to Bear Hatman. Over to first for out number 3. That's finally going to sit down the side. And the Dallas Rough Riders have 3 outs to get 7 runs.
Fielder, number 6.
Not the easiest.
Olaf, he is the one that hit the home run earlier in the game. I just totally missed who it was that had swung the bat. Laird Olaf is one of 2 home runs here in this game for Dallas. One being Pabst Bear Hatman, the other him, but Olaf strikes out swinging on 3 pitches. And now the Dallas Rough Riders are down to 2 outs. Loki Piddlestick, a pinch hitter, bench player, pops fly on the second pitch. Domingo Ayala ranging deep into right center field to make that catch.
Number 69.
And Bear Hatman, who's 1 for 4 with a home run to left, is the last hope for Dallas. Here on opening day, season 6. 2-2 the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the ball game. 9-2 is your final. Turkeys win the opener at home. And the Dallas Rough Riders just have no answer for the Kirky Turkeys pitching or batting, really. $14 hits in this one. I feel like there was a lot of walks. There were 5 walks issued to Kirky. Ray Colson 2 for 4. Domingo Ayala 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a home run. Tom Rahman 1 for 3 and an RBI and almost death. Mojo Rising 0 for 3. Parker Thomas 3 for 4, 1 home run, 2 RBIs. That's got to be your player of the game.
I'd hope so.
Mm-hmm. Bear Hatman gets a home run. Laird Olaf gets a home run for the Dallas Rough Riders. Similar number of at-bats. That's kind of curious. Andy Young gets the win. 5 innings pitched, 1 earned run on 5 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. And William Thomas actually gets the save. That was before Kirky Turkey really unleashed the floodgates there in the top of the 9th. Excuse me, the bottom of the 8th.
Armstrong did not start out great, and then it just kind of affected the mentality of the Rough Riders the whole game after that. Really a game-defining first.
I'd say so, but I think he's a young pitcher, and I think this is a tough ask to go against, I don't know, a veteran Kirky Turkey side.
Yeah, and I think there is a lot of upside for the Rough Riders. I think they'll really end up having a pretty good season, all things considered.
Mm-hmm. Parker Thomas, like say, player of the game, 3 for 4 with a home run, 2 RBIs. Domingo Ayala, a pair of ribbies himself, a home run, 1 for 4. And William Thompson has a home run in relief with 3 RBIs. Very impressive piece of hitting from the bullpen man. Well, I'm Biscuit Basher. I am in the booth with Crozier McCoy. And I'm going to take a quick break, get a little bit of water.
Ooh, I'll cover. You're good.
Sweet.
Yep.
Thanks.
Well, I'm here. All right, everyone. You're stuck in this booth with me. So we got the Lone Star Glory playing their first ever game, playing of 2 teams. both turning a new page on their franchise history going up. Glory Kings, Big Head Baseball. Don't want to miss it. What city do the Kings belong to? Anyone in chat care to answer that? Yeah, I got some Kingside good chat. Let's get it. All right, our starting roster for the Kings. Batting off first is champion Puma Laundry, who was a great starter in that playoff series. I believe he was on the Empire. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Then we got Davis at 2, Chumbawamba at 3, Avery at 4, Tudix at 5, Hughes at 6, Odion Muldoon at 7, Granoke, I believe, at 8th, and Ricky Vaughn the second going to be our starting pitcher.
Puma Longtree was a former member of the Cleveland Steamers.
Oh, all right. So he was on the losing side. That's unfortunate. Still had a great series at playoffs. So that'll be our Kings lineup for today. Really looking forward to what Vaughn can put out here as the starter. All right, as for the Glory, starting off with Pushpen. Oh boy, can't pronounce this one. Schwint, we'll go with. Then we got Hammer, the shortstop Tweener Legs, batting off 4th. Then Billy Big Hits, who's been minors for a while now. Then the 2 Z's, Chronic batting 6th, Gonzalez 7th, and then Supreme 8th. And then the former Ripper, West and East. Going to be our starting pitcher for the Glory today. Lots of young players on the Glory looking to build a name out for themselves in majors. Get right into it. Glory Kings, Big Head Baseball. It's going to be a really interesting matchup.
To Lafayette Corner we go. Lone Star Glory playing at home to the one of the few teams overseas, the Colombian Kings, who had a very impressive spring training with a ton of hits and a ton of runs. First pitch swinging. Boy, the theme continues. Aggressive hitting. And that's going to be the first out of the inning. Ground ball over to the second baseman. Daddy Davis now your batter for the Kings. And on 3 pitches, he goes down on strikes. Looking. Kevin Chumbawamba, another former Cleveland Steamer. Big bat here for the Kings. 1-2 the count. Against West and East, starting pitcher for the Lone Star Glory.
Was one of the, big swing and miss there. One of the only bright spots of the Ripper season last year, which was dreadfully slow and ridden with awful pitching.
Yeah, the Rippers had quite a grind last season, it seemed like. I don't know. It's just like every game was like a tough win that they won, and then a tough loss if they had lost.
All about putting yourself in situations to win.
Mm-hmm. That's a blast into center field. I don't know if it has the distance, though, all the way to the track is Kevin Chumbawamba. That's going to be caught for out number 1.
Great fielding to keep up the deep shot. Good eye.
Mm-hmm. Joey Schwint, second baseman for Lone Star. And Schwint draws a walk. Giancarlo Hammer, number 69.
Right.
And that's going to be popped to Holden Tudix, standing at the shortstop position. And speaking of shortstops, Dix between her legs, shortstop for the Glory, in the right-hander's batter's box. Takes strike 2, 0-2 the count. That's a blast into left field. I don't know if it has the distance. It does not. Dick Avery is at the track against the wall, catching that one for the out. And 1, 2, 3 go the Glory in spectacular fashion, too, might I add.
Must have been at least 2 minutes there while Kwan's holding his breath thinking, oh, please grab that ball.
Now batting, the shortstop.
And on the first pitch of the top of the second, the Kings get a line drive into left field for a base hit, but this could be 2. 1, 6-3 double play, starting with the pitcher. Nice play from the pitcher there, Weston East, making not only a nice pitching routine, but a nice double play there, and another pop fly, and this is going to be an F1, another play from Weston East to get out number 3. So 1, 2, 3 in a roundabout way go the Kings, and now Billy Big Hits is going to lead things off for the Glory.
Solid 10-second inning there.
It was extremely fast. That's fouled down the first base line for strike 2. 2-2 the count. That one is to the backstop, fouled, out of play. And Billy Big Hits takes strike 3 on the outside corner. For strike 3, that's out number 1. If anybody in chat wants to pronounce this guy's name, I'd be more than happy to accept your English lesson. Ziggy grounds to the pitcher for out number 2.
I just call him Big Z. That's
Big
good
Z?
enough. Yep.
Big Z sounds good to me. That one's actually going to trickle from foul to fair territory. Aaron Hughes makes a nice play over to first for out number 3. Hronek?
Now batting, the right
Hronek.
number 9.
Interesting.
Ziggy Hronek. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, chat.
It's
Hold Ian.
definitely probably going to be the most struggling. Ooh, big dive there, misses it. Going to be the most struggling part of the Glory order is the 6 to 8. Bunch of young players there who will be good over time, but you know, right now, probably not the best order you want up when you're trailing.
Certainly. Bronco Gronick facing the left-handed throwing Weston East. Kings have a runner at first base with nobody out. Nice play from Schwint there. Not enough time to get up and throw to second, but he does have enough time to throw over to first. That's going to be out number 1. And Rick Vaughn II, your pitcher, in the batter's box for the Colombian Kings. And now with a runner in scoring position, showing bunt, trying to move the runner to third perhaps. Vaughn. Showing bunt again, 1-2 the count now. Takes a strike. A nice
It's
take
impressive
there.
how fast he pulls that back.
Strike 3. Strike him out, almost to throw him out. But the runner successfully stealing a bag. And that's going to be a ground ball to the pitcher for over to first for out number 3. Kings strand a runner at third base. And now Lone Star Glory are going to get a chance themselves. Zebo Supremo. Or did I just make that up? I just totally made that up. Supreme.
It's
Zebo
just
Supreme. Yeah.
Don't think it rhymes with gazebo.
No. I think I just botched that. Anyway, he gets on first base.
No, you didn't botch it. You made it cooler.
Zebo Supreme. A ground ball up the middle for a base hit into center field. And that's going to be a pop fly to the catcher for out number 1. A botched bunt there. Jeb Pushpin now your batter. Batting lefty versus the left-handed pitching Rick Vaughn. A chip shot over the third baseman's head, down the third base line, gets all the way to the wall. Dick Avery making the play, throwing, well, missing the cutoff man, throwing all the way to second base. That could have actually been a disaster, but the runner stops at third.
I admired the batting strategy there of just swinging at literally anything.
Right. Did he swing on like multiple pitches?
Oh yeah, it was three straight, and then the third one just happened to hit.
Gotcha. I didn't notice the pattern there. Giancarlo Hammer, your batter for the Glory with 2 outs now and 2 runners in scoring position, second and third, nobody at first. Bottom of the third, 2-1 is your count. Rick Vaughn just missing the inside corner, 3-1. But catching it there, 3-2 the count. Inside for ball 4. Take your base. The bases are loaded. Dick's between her legs has a great opportunity for the Glory.
Not the guy you want coming up with bases loaded for the pitcher.
Certainly not. That is going to be a ground ball to Puma Longtree, who ranges to his left to scoop it up, make the play over at first. That's going to be out number 3. The side is sat down. Disappointing from the Glory there to not come up with any runs. And that's going to be a ground ball over the first base. Hitting the bag, Hronek. I think I'm getting it. Tossing that one into the infield.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 11.
Kings have a base runner, nobody out. Kevin Chumbawamba. Swing and a miss. Big swing. 1-2 the count. It's just taking high for ball 2. Close pitch. But swings through that one. Strike 3. That one was off the plate inside. Kevin Chumbawamba getting fooled on that one. Dick Avery's 1-for-1 on the day with a single. The runner going. Throw's not very good. If the throw had been a little better, I think the throw would have beat him.
Yeah,
but as it is, the runner rounds second, gets home in time, and that's going to be actually a double, an RBI double, and the Kings take a lead in the top of the 4th.
Now batting, the third baseman.
I look away for a second. There's already another out.
He hit that thing. He could not have hit that thing less directly to the second baseman. Like,
Gotcha.
straight towards him.
The runner at second moving over to third. And now with 2 outs, Aaron Hughes has a chance for an RBI. And that's going to be a pop into shallow right field down the first base line. Ziggy Hronek covers and gets the out for out number 3. Kings lead the game 1-0. Lone Star coming to the plate. Billy Big Hits leading things off for the Glory. Three and 1 the count now to Billy Big Hits. Off the plate again for ball 4. 5 pitches. Billy Big Hits is your leadoff walk.
The right fielder, number
Hronik. 2-1 the count. Showing
He's
bunt
trying to
there,
lay down
pulling
the
it
bunt.
back. Wonder if that was just to deke the pitcher there. That one's going to be popped to the shortstop. Should be easily playable. And Holden Dudix makes the catch for out number 1.
Fielder, number 9.
Damian Gonzalez, the left fielder for the Glory, facing Ricky Vaughn. Who's pitched very well so far this game. 3 1/3 innings pitched, only 2 hits given up. Has given up 3 walks, but no runs. Make that 4.
Yeah, having control issues so far. 2 walks and then had a pretty bad control the last at bat too. So we'll see if he can find the zone here.
Zebo Supreme. He's 1 for 1 with a single. 2 base runners. So a nice opportunity. Zebo gets this one into right center field. It's going to get down. Muldoon gets that one in, and that's going to be an RBI for the Glory. The ball game is tied. Runners at first and third with only 1 out. And that's going to be another bunt. Oh, and the play at the plate is in time. Rick Vaughn making a nice play with his teammate behind the plate to get the lead runner and the potential go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 4th. So the fielder's choice is in first and second now with 2 outs. Jeb Pushpin, 2-2 the count. Blasts this one into left field. This one has the distance. It's back. It's gone. Home run for the Glory. Glory B. It's over the wall, and the Glory take a lead. The lead is now 4-1 against the Colombian Kings.
That's
Jeb
gonna knock Vaughn
Pushpin.
out.
Jeb
Really?
Pushpin taking the lead for Lone Star. Joey Schwint. He's now your batter for the Glory. And he's going to strike out. But Pushpin gets 3 RBIs on a long shot to left field and gives his teammates the lead. Gives his team the lead anyway. It's the top of the 5th. If you're just joining us, Lone Star Glory are ahead of the Colombian Kings 4-1. And that's going to be a ground ball over to first. Billy Big hits, takes it himself for out number 1.
The catcher, number 23.
Yep, that's right. 2 rookies have hit home runs tonight.
Yeah,
Pushpin.
of course. The second I comment on that order being bad, I go absolutely crazy, load the bases and get the home run. So I guess that's a reverse caster's curse there.
Miguel Gallardo, pinch hitting for the pitcher who just got rocked in that last half inning. Rick Vaughn ending his night early. Rick Vaughn the second. It's too bad. That's going to be a shot into center field. Colombian Kings now threatening. They have 2 base runners and only 1 out. Puma Longtree is your batter.
Number 9.
Should the Lone Star Glory keep their lead? Rick Vaughn II will be your pitcher of record for the loss. And that's going to be a pop fly into down the first base line. Billy Big hits right next
Stole
to the
that
dugout.
one.
Yeah, making the play. should he finish this inning, would be the pitcher of record for the win. And Joey Schmidt throws over to first for out number 3. And so now Weston East looking for his first win of the season.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 69.
Giancarlo Hammer leading things off for the Glory. Facing many, many, many of his former teammates on the Colombian Kings. Pop flies into center. Coven Chumbawamba catching that one for out number 1.
On their retirement tour, last season of the Chumbawamba.
Oh, that's true. He's in his 6th season, isn't he?
Yeah, rather sad.
That's too bad. We're going to miss him. He's been a huge impact on this league. Billy Big Hit swings through that one, 0-1 the count. Swinging again, 0-2. Swinging on the third pitch. Ground ball into fair territory. But a nice play from the third baseman there over to first for the out. 4-1 is your lead for the Glory. And the Kings trying to get a rally going here in the top of the 6th.
Out hit 6-4 and then still trailed by 3 runs. That's rough.
I know it is rough. Kevin Chumbawamba lines into left. David Gonzalez ranging to his right, making the play. Close play there. That was really nice contact. Just too close to the left fielder there for Kevin. Dick Avery's 2 for 2. This one's lined to the left fielder. This could hit off the wall. It surely does. David Gonzalez playing this one cleanly, in fact. Cleanly enough to keep the runner at first base. That's probably a double in any other ballpark. But a nice play from the left fielder to keep the runner at first base. That could be really big. Keep an eye on that this inning. Holden Tudyk's swing and a miss, strike 3.
Was a filthy pitch. Wow.
Aaron Hughes. Third baseman has made a couple of really nice plays defensively today. That one's going to be fouled on the first base line. Strike 1. 1-2 the count. Almost hitting the batter's elbow there. And that's going to be strike 3. He strikes out looking. Well, that runner on first ended up being inconsequential for the Kings.
It's the power of Weston, man. He is crushing it this
Yeah,
game.
he really is. He's doing very well. Hronik, the right fielder for the Glory, lines this one straight up, hits the second base bag, and that's going to be a base hit.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 9.
Damian Gonzalez. Oh, 2 the count. Swings at that one. That should be an easy play for Bronco behind the plate.
The catcher, number 98.
Zebo Supremo, 2 singles and an RBI. 1-1 the count. Ooh, Daddy Davis playing no doubles there, or rather keeping the runner at first. Making a play, but in foul territory. Again, popped foul. But Daddy Davis this time makes a catch and getting the out. 2 outs now for Weston East. The ace pitcher for the Lone Star Glory, having a very nice opening day today. Pops this one into right field. Should be an easy play. Odion Muldoon making the catch. Sits down the side. Kings trying to go back to work. Seeing if they can find some answers here. From a big crushing play by Jeb Pushpin. Home run into center Was it center field? No, it was left field. 3-run shot into left field by the rookie, Jeb Pushpin. Muldoon swings through that high fastball, strike 3. Nice pitch from the veteran.
Number 23.
Bronco Gronick lines this one into left field for a base hit. And that's going to be your leadoff runner
Now batting the pitcher.
for the Colombian Kings.
Number 6.
Goomba Morris coming out of the game already. And that's going to be a double play ball. 6-4-3 double play. Pinch hitter just grounding into a double play there. And Dusty
Goomba Morris
T.
could have done that.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Might as well just left him in. Dusty T now in relief for the Kings, who's going to ground to rookie third baseman Aaron Hughes. Joey Schwent, batter now for the Glory. Swings through that one on 3 pitches, strike 3. Number 69, Giancarlo Hammer. Third baseman himself for the Glory. 0 for 2 today with the walk. Blasts this one directly to Daddy Davis. Catches that one on a liner. Out number 3. The side is sat down. Kings going back to work.
The second baseman. Number 9.
Weston East still in the game. 7 innings pitched, 8 hits, but only 1 earned run. And that's going to be lined into center field for a base hit. That's going to be 9 hits now for Weston East given up.
Now batting the first baseman.
He's run
Yeah.
a lot of double plays today, so I think giving
Certainly.
up first isn't going to be a big deal to him.
Mm-hmm. Daddy Davis now the batter for the Kings. 1 for 3 with a single. Runner at first pretty quick. Wonder if they try to steal here. And that's going to be a changeup high for a walk. It just didn't drop like
The center field.
East thought it would. Kevin Chumbawamba now is your batter, who bats pretty well with runners in scoring position. He's 0 for 3 on the day, but this is the first time he's had a runner at second base. And that's lined down the third base line, just foul on the outside of the line. That's disappointing from Chumbawamba. He would want that one back, I would think. This one's popped up just behind home plate, and Zwibo Supreme makes that catch for out number 1. Runners still at first and second, though, with 1 out. Dick Avery, 2 singles and a double with an RBI, 3 for 3 on the day. Nice game for him. This one is popped into shallow left center. And Hronek makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting.
Holden Tudix now 0 for 3 on the day. Again, runners first and second. It's the top of the 8th. Holden Tudix would be the tying run should he go yard. One and 2 is the count. 2 outs. A nice off-speed pitch high. Fouls it back, though. Ooh, a nice strike.
Oh, no way.
Drops it in there for strike 3. Holden Tudix strikes out looking on a beautiful breaking pitch. Opportunity lost for the Kings, and the Lone Star Glory are going to try to add to their lead here in the bottom of the 8th.
They were so close to making East look mortal. Hit and then a walk and then just could not capitalize. 3 bad at-bats after that. That's going to stink for the rest of the week, probably.
Oh, you're not kidding. It is crazy to think about, too, that West and East, for sure, has given up more hits and walks per inning pitched. I guess, what would that be, a whip percentage, than, say, A.J. Stryker. But A.J. Stryker is going to have a much higher ERA just because of the runs she gave up before she came out of the game.
Yeah, it's the beauty of situational pitching, you know. West and East has let runners on base and then just uses them as leverage for the double. Really a masterclass in smart pitching and smart defense today.
Yeah, you're right.
So far. Anyway, we'll see how the ninth goes.
Yeah, this could end up being a complete game for West and East. But first, it's Billy Big Hits at the plate against Dusty T. But Billy Big Hits goes down on strikes. It's going to be out number 1, and Ziggy Hronek coming up to the plate. The rookie's 1 for 3 tonight with a single. Hronek's got a runner at first with 1 out. 2-1 the count. Nice take there. And a line drive into center field for a base hit. That's going to be a 2 for 4 day for Hronek. Nice game for him. Damian Gonzalez is your batter for Lone Star. Three and 1 the count. Runners at first and second. And a line drive down the first base line. Daddy Davis dives to his left to make the play. He's going to take it himself for out number 2. Zebo Supreme is now at the plate. He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a ribby. Swings through that changeup way early on that one. 1-1. A blast into center field. This actually might have the distance. It's at the home run wall. It is gone over the yellow line for a blast. Ziggy Supremo goes yard into dead center. And 3 runs later, the Lone Star Glory have a commanding 7-1 lead. I said Ziggy Supreme. Zebo Supreme, right? I'm getting all sorts of turned around.
Too many Z's.
Piddlestick,
spread them out.
Your pinch hitter for Lone Star Glory is 2-2 the count. Grounds out to Daddy Davis. Lone Star Glory take a very commanding lead into the top of the 9th on a 3-run shot from Supreme.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 75.
7-1 is your lead on top of the Colombian Kings, who had a brilliant spring training. They looked really strong. Tonight, just have no answers for West and East. And that's going to be a line drive over the first baseman's head. And Hronek, not being terribly fast, his throw is going to be late over to second, and that's going to be a double. West and East's night is done, however. In relief, after 8 innings pitched and only 1 earned run given up, we have Wally Herman at the bump, who gets the last batter to ground out to the second baseman. Bronco Gronick lines this one into left field. This actually might have the distance. It is over the wall and gone. Kings coming to life here in the top of the 9th. And Bronco Gronick going yard with 2 RBIs. And now the lead is only 7-3.
Just do that 2 more times. Easy.
You have to do that 2 more times with guys on base, too. Tony Montana is coming up to the plate now. And that is just foul. Just missing that third base. Oh, and that's a low called strike 3. Tony Montana going down on pitches. Puma Longtree now with 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Last chance for the Kings. It's going to line into left center field for a base hit. Is he going to turn the corner? Jeb Pushpin's going to throw it in. No. Longtree's going to stop at first for a long single.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 17.
Daddy Davis still facing a 4-run deficit. This could end the game here. Schwitt over to first for the out. 1, 2, 3. Lone Star Glory win their opening match on opening day against the Colombian Kings. Oh my gosh, look at that line. The Colombian Kings have 12 hits and only 3 runs scored. That is devastating. That is exactly the right word for that. And the Lone Star Glory have essentially a pair of big hits to come up with all of their runs and win the ball game. 7 runs on 7 hits versus the Kings 3 on 12. Fascinating statistic there. Let's see.
Supreme with 4 RBIs. Wow.
4 RBIs, 3 of which were on that home run to center field. That was center field. Jeb Pushpin with a home run to left, I think. 3 RBIs. That's the whole game. I mean,
yeah.
Supreme gets player of the game, Pushpin gets second, and probably West and East is 1, 2, or 3 also, in no particular order. West and East probably, what is he? He goes, I guess, 8 innings pitched. I think it was like
8
9
innings,
hits.
1 earned run.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 9 hits, 8 strikeouts, 1 walk. Oh, I thought it was way more walks than that. Okay, so that 8 must have been 8 strikeouts, not 8 walks. Okay, I just misread his stat line big time when in the middle of the game.
Happens
So,
to the best of us.
Yeah, anyway, 8 innings pitched, 9 hits, only 1 earned run given up, and 8 strikeouts is an amazing stat. I mean, he had a hell of a game. Poor Rick Vaughn, the second, 4 innings pitched, 4 earned runs on 4 hits, 4 walks. Boy, that just seems so wrong. He gives up 4 on fewer bases. West and East giving up 10 bases, basically, and Rick Vaughn giving up 8 and allowing 4 versus West and East's 1. That's very unusual.
Exact order you called it in. Zebo Supreme first, Jeb Pushpin second, Weston third.
Yeah, and deservedly so. 2 rookies having great games and a veteran with a nice pitching outing. Congratulations to the Lone Star Glory. First win of the season. Kings will bounce back. I'm not worried about them whatsoever. Columbia is going to be really strong this year, I think.
No, I would say, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way to the Glory, but I would consider this a pretty serious upset. Like, the Kings are a very good team.
Yes, they are. And yeah, I mean, just Lone Star just took their opportunities when they could get it, and they made it happen.
Good situational pitching and batting.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, I'm your host, Biscuit Basher, or I'm one of your hosts anyway. I'm stuck in the booth with a nice companion here, and I will see you in the 5th game today. But I'm going to take a quick little break, get some more water, and I'll be right back.
All right, so our last game of the day, I believe, we got the defending champions, New York Empire, away. They lost a couple big names, but they're still definitely a top-tier team and looking to bring something big back to New York. And then the home team, Manmeats, coming off a pretty disappointing season last year, I would definitely say. One of the worst teams and definitely underperformed considering their players and stats. So let's see our rosters here. I just checked. I was correct. This is the last game of the day. So for the Empire, we got Fab Freddy, Batting off first, Masters, the catcher, second. Murley McGuire, the ever-reliable first baseman. Biscuit Basher is four. Tip Tippington, who made some great defensive plays that play, is at the five. Schoon at the sixth. Olaf at the seventh. Rodriguez at the eighth. And then the starting pitcher is Von Prachnik. So definitely a great starting lineup here. Looks like they didn't miss a beat at all from playoffs, though we'll see just how well this talent converts. Obviously, as Joey Phillips would teach you, there are definitely players that play worse than their potential. So we'll see what the Empire give us, but on paper, still a very strong roster. Let's see our man meets. All right. Batting off first is the third baseman, Skylar Stevens. Then Joey Phillips at second. So going up against this old crew. Monsoon third. He is, boy, if there's anyone in this league that can convert RBIs, it's Monsoon. He gets hot. He does not cool down. Filter Snatch at four. Buzzsaw at fifth. Suavis, I believe, at sixth. Borquez at seventh. McCall at eighth. And then Donkey, going to be our starting pitcher today. Look, good rosters, good matchup. Let's get into it. I think this is going to be a great one.
Thanks for doing the lineups there, Crozier.
Oh, yeah, I got you. You're adding a extra S, by the way. It's Crozier.
Ah, Crozier.
No one knows how to say it right. Don't worry about it. It's actually French. It's the name of the staff that archbishops carry.
Oh, okay. French.
Yeah, the twirly ones. It's very interesting.
Okay. I'm learning new stuff.
It's the only interesting trivia I have about my heritage. So there you go. Saying you're white Western European is not a very, stoic thing, but
right. You don't just instantly become the cultured member of your college party. Anyway, it is the Empire versus the International Man Meets. Man Meets playing at home. R.A. Dongi on the bump. New York Empire at the plate first with Fab Freddy, last year's MVP. Line down the third baseline foul. Full count, and R.A. Dongi strikes him out. One down for the Empire. Rob Masters, 1-1 the count. Ground ball over to Felter Snatch. Takes it himself for out number 2.
The first baseman, number 33.
Merle McGuire. He's going to pop up to Thermos Monsoon behind the plate for out number 3. 1, 2, 3, go the Empire. And the International Man Meets lead things off with Skylar Stevens, their third baseman. Swings through that fastball, strike one. Von Prachniak is your right-handed pitcher for the New York Empire. And ground ball over to Tip Tippington. Throws over to first for out number 1. Joey Phillips, former New York Empire player, lines this one into left field for a base hit.
Oh, his bench hit there. That was a great one.
Number 14.
Yeah, it was. And Thermos Monsoon now. This could be 2. Tip Tippington over to first, not quite in time. But the Empire get the lead runner. And now with 2 outs and a runner at first, Howie Felter Snatch. Old Man meets veteran. Batting. Former catcher for the Man Meats. But after recruiting Thermos Monsoon in the offseason and 3 strikes, and you're out. Felter Snatch goes down on pitches. Anyway, what I was saying was they recruited Thermos Monsoon in the offseason, and so he takes the catcher's position. The familiar hairdo busting out of the face mask there. Biscuit Basher lines out to the shortstop on 1 pitch.
You don't get him for his catching though. You get him for his batting. He is one of the most clutch hitters in the league, year after year.
He for sure is one of the best hitting catchers in the league. There's no question.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 8.
Eric Shun now with 2 outs. The left fielder for the New York Empire. And that's going to be lined down the first base line for a base hit. Eric Shun rounding first, going to second. That's going to be a double. 2-out double for the Empire.
Now batting, the shortstop,
And Elon Olif,
number 34.
a new shortstop for New York. And that's going to be a ground ball over to Felter Snatch, and that's going to be out number 3. So the New York Empire get a hit, but are sat down without recording any runs, and the International Man Meats coming back to the plate.
Great pitching
Akir-
so far.
Oh, yeah. I'd say so. Von Prakniak. Nice off-speed for strike 1. Liner into center, the rookie, Marion Rodriguez, underneath that one for out number 1.
Fielder, number 20.
Brandon Cuevas. Ground ball over to the shortstop. Olif mishandles it over to first, not in time. It's probably going to go down as an infield hit, though. That was a tough play for the shortstop there. Jamie Borquez, who was in the league several seasons ago, had a hiatus out of the league and now is back. The new shortstop for the International Man Meats. And former teammate of Biscuit Basher and Joey Phillips gets a leadoff walk. Or excuse me, not a leadoff walk. He just gets a walk. Jacob McCall is your batter for the Man Meats. The Man Meats are threatening. That liner over to center, though, is directly in the path of Rodriguez, makes the catch for the out. So first and second now with 2 outs. Prakniak is going to be against his opposite number, R.A. Dongi. One and 2 the count. Nice breaking pitch. Prakniak's off speed is unmatchable. Look at that. Strike 3. R.A. Dongi sits down, and so does the side. New York Empire going back to work in the top of the 3rd.
I don't know how you even throw a pitch that curves like that. That's insane.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. There are a lot of good pitchers in this league, but Prakniak for sure is one of the best. It's like, it's really hard when you start comparing like the aces in the league. It's like Prakniak and Ricky Kwan and Thomas Pressing, Troy Pressing. I'm sorry.
Troy, yep.
Yeah, Herschel. It's just like it's just hard to. I don't know. It's hard to compare all of them. But you're right.
Yep.
Prakniak's off-speed stuff is pretty nasty. Speaking of which, he's ahead in the count, 3-1, with 1 out. Ooh, nice breaking pitch in there, full count. Fastball. Prakniak doing a good job fighting him off. But he swings through that one. Strike 3, Arnie Dongi sits down Prakniak for out number 2. And Fab Freddy
Pitcher
with
on
2.
pitcher violence.
Both of them really getting after it on each other. Fab Freddy now for the New York Empire. Swings through a high fastball for strike 3. 1, 2, 3, go the Empire. Excuse me. And Skylar Stevens is going to lead things off for the Meats. Top of the order. Prakniak can't find the zone currently. 3-1 the count. That one's going to drop right in there. Strike 2. Full count. A blast into center field. That's going to be a base hit. Rodriguez is going to scoop that one up and limit the base paths of the base runner to 1. And a single is recorded for the Meats. Joey Phillips is your batter. Center fielder for the Man Meats. Versus his former teammate, Von Prakniak. 1-2 the count. Fouls that one back. Checks his swing. Nice take there. 2-1. 2-2, rather. Full count now. Runner at first. Nobody out. Ground ball to the pitcher. Prakniak can't handle it straight away, so the double play opportunity is gone, but he throws out Phillips at first. And the runner at first advances to second. Thermos Monsoon lines that one into right field. Biscuit Basher running onto that. Makes the play. Nice play from the right fielder.
That was one of the best fielding plays of all day. It's incredible that he managed to get that.
Yeah, to me, it looked like he was going to catch that on the hop or something. And then the runner definitely gets to third. But now, as it is, there's 2 outs, and a ground ball to McGuire ends the inning.
Do you think the Empire are entering this season as clear favorites to repeat?
I wouldn't say clear favorites, but I would say that they're definitely favorites to be a playoff contender. I think it's hard pressed to say that they're absolute favorites to win the league, being that there's just so many strong teams this year. Eric Shun getting a base hit into right field, but I do think that they're a playoff contender, a favorite for one of the top 4 spots for sure. That doesn't mean they're going to get it, but I think that they are a favorite for it. And that's a fair ball down the third baseline. That's a base hit. The runner at first is going to round third. Oh, he actually might round third, too. That was actually a bad angle taken, and Biscuit Basher is going to get an RBI. I'm sorry, that actually wasn't Eric Shun. That was Merle. Merle was at first base. And Biscuit Basher is going to take off and get caught stealing. He's just not as fast as he thinks he is. But the Empire get an RBI thanks to a nice piece of hitting by Biscuit Basher. Merle McGuire scores the run. Tippington grounds out to the first baseman. And that's going to end it. Empire lead the game 1-0.
The greatest rivalry in this sport is base runners versus third.
Yeah. And, like, you're not going to steal a base against Thermos Monsoon. You're just not. Like, I don't know why he throws out everybody. Leadoff walk issued by Prakniak. So the Man Meats have a base runner here in the bottom of the 4th. Brandon Cuevas. Ooh, nice sitting on that one. That was good patience from the right fielder there. Late on that one, though. Nice patience taking the walk. And now with nobody out, the international man meets have Jamie Borquez at the plate and 2 base runners. Borquez swinging through that one, 0-2 the count. And a line drive down the first base line. Biscuit Basher getting on the end of that one, throwing it in, preventing a run from scoring, but the bases are loaded. And Jacob McCall trying to answer the call here from the man meets. Oh! And Prakniak hits him in the hip, loses control. The game is tied. That pushes a runner into the plate. And still nobody out with the bases loaded. R.A. Dongy.
Hey, if you have to take 90 miles an hour for an RBI, that's a good trade.
Absolutely. At least he didn't get hit in the head. Prakniak trying to find the zone here. Full count now to his opposite number, and that's a strikeout for R.A. Dongy. And now with 1 out, he faces the top of the order. Skylar Stevens for the man meets. Infield, we're playing in now at double play depth. And a ground ball over to Tip. This could be 2. Elon Olaf over to first. McGuire, the 4-6-3 double play. Somehow, the New York Empire escaped by only giving up 1 run. That's actually pretty impressive when you think about it, because that inning could have gotten away from them in a hurry. Eric Shun, your batter for the Empire. 3-1 the count. And Eric Shun draws a walk. 5 pitches. Elon Olaf now for the Empire. And Eric Shun is going to try to steal second. Not going to happen against Monsoon. Empire continue their poor base running ways. Just can't seem to figure that part of their game out. They've already tried to steal 2 bases tonight and caught both times. Marian Rodriguez, batter for the Empire, squeezes it through the third baseman and the shortstop for a base hit. And the Empire have their first base runner of the inning. Von Prakniak's day is done. And Little Al sends this one deep into center field. It is gone. Pinch hitting Little Al. I've never even heard of him. He's on my team, and I've never even heard of him.
Now you have.
Yeah, now I have. That's right. I'm used to Uncle Fudge making those kind of hits. Marian Rodriguez and the pinch hitting master score runs. 3-1. The Empire lead the ball game. Jamie Borquez throws out Fab Freddy on 1 pitch. And that'll end the inning. But Little Al making an impact early on here for the New York Empire. Joey Phillips hoping he can match Little AI's home run numbers this season.
Starting the MVP campaign early.
That's right. Joey Phillips, broken bat, full count. Pop fly to the catcher. Rob Masters should be out number 1, and it is. Willie Knox in relief for New York. He is scheduled to pitch tomorrow night as well, so we'll see how that goes. Eric Shun throwing that one in. That's going to be a base hit for the man meets. That's Thermos Monsoon at first base. Howie Filter snatch takes a strike. Back-to-back strikes. 0-2 the count. Willie Knox just missing inside for ball 1. And a pop fly slicing foul. It's going to get down. We'll do it again. 1-2 the count. And a changeup ground ball over to Olif. Gets the lead runner at second. It wasn't just not hit hard enough to turn 2 there, though. But the fielder's choice is in, and Felter snatches at first base with 2 out. Willie Knox pitching from the stretch. And Rob Masters is trying to gun the runner down, and he does successfully. Nice throw from Masters. And that's going to clear the bases and into the inning.
Tied at 5-5 hits each.
And Rob Masters, 0 for 2 on the day, behind the plate. Or rather, at the plate this time. Trying to get a hit for his team. Masters 2-2 the count. Ground ball to the third baseman, Stevens, who throws over to first for the out number 1.
Now batting, the first baseman,
McGuire.
33.
Power hitting third baseman. First baseman, I'm sorry. 3-1 the count. Takes low, ball 4, and McGuire's on the base paths again.
Fielder, number 64.
Dongi looked like he was just howling there in disappointment. Not too sure what that was.
He was really upset with himself. He needs to keep his composure. He's on 80 pitches, though. Probably getting a little tired out there. Biscuit Basher being patient. 3-1 the count. Swings through that one. Strike 2. Full count now. And a ground ball up the middle, base hit. Biscuit Basher getting on for the second time tonight. Pushing Merle McGuire into scoring position.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 1.
Tippington now.
Clutch
try to
defender. Not as great on the batting side, but still a viable threat.
Certainly. He's very good in defense. But he's been a pretty effective hitter for the Empire last season. He was always getting clutch hits and good RBIs. Tippington takes a walk, and with 2 outs, the bases are loaded for the New York Empire, and Eric Shun is at the plate and has a chance, but against Alex Darr, veteran reliever.
Alphabetically lesser version of Carr, of course.
And Eric Shun hits this one deep. Does it have the distance? The right fielder's back at the track against the wall, makes the catch. That's the second out of the inning. The runners tag, though, and they advance all but 1. And so that's going to score a run for the Empire. I got a little excited there, but I thought that was gone.
Yeah, that was 5 feet away from being a nice type of sandwich. Boy, that was a great hit.
And now Elon Olif trying to get the base runner 90 feet away home, and he does so successfully. That's going to sneak into right field for a base hit. Runner at first going to third. He's going to slide in there safe. Tippington
The center fielder,
safe at third. Elon Olif safe at first. And now the rookie Marion Rodriguez again trying to add to the lead. That one's going to get away from Monsoon, but the runners this time smartly do not try to run on the excellent catcher. 2-1 the count now. 5-1 the Empire lead this game. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. And that's going to be another RBI. Rodriguez getting an RBI. Eric Shun getting an RBI. Biscuit Basher an RBI. And Little Al, pinch hitter, comes up big with a 2 RBI home run. And that is your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. So far, the New York Empire on top in this game, 6-1 in the 6th. The bats really coming alive here. And Willie Knox is going to get a hit into right field. Runner's going to hit the stop sign, and the bases are loaded for the leadoff hitter, Fab Freddy.
number 1.
Swings through that one, strike one. 2-1 the count. A little bloop over the shortstop's head. That's going to drop in for a base hit. That's going to score 2 runs at a minimum. Runner at first gets all the way to third. Willie Knox showing his legs. And Fab Freddy gets a 2 RBI single, and the Empire increased their lead by 2. It is 8-1 in the top of the 6th. Rob Masters 0 for 3, trying to keep it going. We'll see what happens. Alex Dar rattled out there. Masters draws the walk. And here we go, Merle McGuire with the bases loaded. A line drive over to Buzzsaw. Catches that one for out number 3. That'll finally sit down the side with the bases loaded, but New York come away with 5 runs that inning on no home runs either. They're all base hits or walks. Empire really coming up big there.
Using my deep experience of pitching, I can tell you that giving up 5 runs in an inning is not ideal.
No, it usually leads to a loss.
I know a lot about losing too, so.
Cuevas. Pop flying to left. Eric Shun looks like he's got it. That's going to be out number 2 for Jamie Borquez, who's 1 for 1 with a walk today. Pretty decent game for him. But on one pitch is going to fly out, and Rob Masters calling everybody off, makes the catch for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 go the man meets, and the New York Empire going back to work. 10 hits and scoring 8 runs. Biscuit Basher is going to lead things off for New York. 2 for 3, a single and a double with a ribby. Changeup just misses ball 2. That one hits the plate, strike 1. That one's going to be a ground ball over to third. Stevens over to first for the out.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 1.
Tippington now for the Empire. Alex Dar, they're just really sticking with this pitcher, Alex Dar. I kind of figured he'd come out. Tippington grounds up the middle for a base hit. Joey Phillips throwing it in. Empire have a base runner.
There you go.
And there you go.
Oh, I think a tense pitcher that's given up 5 earned runs is the best guy to keep in.
If you're an Empire fan, sure. Harb Arb? What is his name? Harb Abe? Harb Bay? I don't know. That's a ground ball to second. This could be 2. The 4-6-3 double play is in effect. It is successful, and that's going to sit down the side. The international man meets. Going back to work here, Jacob McCall, who was hit by a pitch and ended up driving in a run earlier in the game. That's the man meets only RBI today, was a hit by pitch RBI. That's going to just bloop over the head of Fabulous Freddy. And that's going to be a single. And Harb Arb's day is done. That was fast. Marcus did. Well, Marcus did hit a ball up the middle for a base hit. That's going to push the runner at first over to second. First and second with nobody out for the man meets. They're looking pretty good all of a sudden. Skylar Stevens going to try to drive some of these runs home. Checks a swing, but takes a strike. Willie Knox pitching in relief tonight. Again, he should start tomorrow's game. And that's going to be a little popper down the first base line. It's going to drop fair. Biscuit Basher throwing it in. That's going to score a run. 8-2 is now your score, and the runners move. The base runner moved from first to third, and after a double, they're going to take him out, probably try to save him for tomorrow. Willie Knox's day is done. Yogi Barr, who should start game 4 of this series. In relief now. Giving up a run for the out. Fab Freddy throws over to first to get the first out of the inning. Thermos Monsoon still has a base runner at second, though. And even though they still trail by 5, the International Man Meats all of a sudden looking pretty decent. Yogi Barr trying to get out the elite catcher. And he's going to get him to pop into shallow left center. Elon Olif calling everybody off, making the catch. That's going to be the second out of the inning. Howie Felter snatch. "3-0 is the count. 3-1. You know, I don't disagree with that move there. If you're behind in the count that far, to Felter snatch, you just put him on.
Yeah, I also
With base available.
That wasn't exactly a bad pitch.
No, it wasn't. And that fly ball is going to settle in Eric Shun's glove for out number 3. And the New York Empire in the top of the 8th inning go back to work. International Man Meats down to 6 outs to try to salvage this game. Ortis Bordeaux, rookie. This guy went second overall in the draft this year. He is going to get the batter. Who is that? Eric Shun to fly out into right field. Excuse me, that was Elon Olif. That was the shortstop. Marin Rodriguez, 2 singles and a ribby. Nice game for the rookie. Strike 3. Batters out, though. And Yogi Barr is going to get a chance to bat. Pops that one back. 0-2 the count now. And strike 3. Barr goes down on pitches.
That's a great inning there, actually. Pitched that very well.
Yeah. Otis Bordeaux recording his first strikeout of his major league career. Congratulations. Liner into left is a base hit. Eric Shun throwing it in. And we have Jamie Borquez once again, 1 for 2 with a walk. Behind in the count, 3-0. Takes a strike, 3-1 the count. A nice breaking ball to drop in there for strike 2. Full count. Yogi Barr really working it. And he induces a double play, throws it himself. Holy moly, the 1-6-3 double play after falling behind in the count 3-0. That's pretty impressive from Yogi Barr.
Not sure I loved the umps zone there, but yeah, definitely great situational pitching to keep that under control and convert it into a good situation for your defense.
And Ortis Bordeaux's night is finished. In comes the pinch hitter, and he just is within range of the shortstop, Elon Olif. And he throws over to first for out number 3. Bruce Leroy your newest reliever for the man meets. New York Empire trying to add to their lead here late, top of the ninth. Fab Freddy breaking a bat on that foul ball. 1 for 4 with a single and 2 RBIs. Swings through that one, strike 3. Fab Freddy down on pitches.
The catcher, number 45.
Rob Masters now. 0 for 3 with a walk. And Rob Masters draws a second walk.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 33.
Merle McGuire now for the Empire. He's 1 for 3. Single and a walk. He just trickles that one over to this pitcher. And that's going to be out number 2
Number 64.
for Biscuit Basher, who has a runner in scoring position. And it looks like they're just going to put him on. Yeah, they are going to intentionally walk Biscuit Basher and face the number 5 hitter, Tippington. Can't say I disagree with this move from the man meets standpoint, but you got to worry when it's fishing season. Tippington delivers. So we'll see. Bruce Leroy takes inside. That's 1-1 the count to Tip. Fouled it back 1-2 now. Ooh, just missing 2-2 the count. That looked good. Foul ball. 2-2. We'll do it again. Swings hard. That's popped fly really, really high at the track. The ball is caught by Cuevas. That was a loud out, number 3 for New York and Tippington. And to the bottom of the ninth we go. Man meets have a 5-run deficit against the really nicely pitching Yogi Barr, who has relieved 2 innings, 2 full innings, and only given up a hit and a couple of walks. Full count to Skylar Stevens, top of the order. And that's going to be a strikeout for Yogi Barr. Down on pitches goes Stevens. And next up we have Joey Phillips. And that's going to be lined into left center for a base hit. This probably is going to be 2 bases. Rodriguez all the way back to the wall, throws it into the cutoff man. Phillips thinking about 3 there, but stops at second. Probably the right decision there. I think he would have got thrown out if he had kept going.
And who says Joey Phillips isn't clutch?
I know. With 1 out, Trash Man comes up big. Thermos Monsoon now. Your catcher and your batter for the International Man Meets. This is exactly the guy you want in this situation, too. And he draws a nice 5-pitch walk. Filter snatch again. Another player you would not mind at the plate. Humberto de Mora in relief for New York. With 1 swing of the bat, the Man Meets could make this a 2-run game. And way ahead in the count is Felter Snatch, who's going to line this one over the third baseman's head for a base hit. Phillips rounds the corner. He's going home. He's going to make it no problem. 8-4 is your score. And still only 1 out.
Number 34.
Akira Buzzsaw is your batter. Second baseman. Well, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters all got on base like you'd expect. Demora demoralizes his opponent there. Goes down on strikes. 2 outs now for the Man Meets. They are down to their final batter, and this could be it right here. Rob Masters behind the plate, calling everybody off. Makes the catch. That's out number 3. Empire win the game 8-4. And with nice pitching and a nice bullpen effort, keep their lead and keep their win New York really coming up big when it counted. They just put a string of hits together, scored 5 in the top of the 6th, and on 11 hits score 8, whereas the Man Meats can only come up with 4 on their 11. One for 5, 2 RBIs. Merle McGuire 1 for 4 with a walk. Biscuit Basher 2 for 4 with an RBI and a walk. Let's see, Tip Tippeton, Eric Shun, Elon Olaf all got hits. Shun and Olaf making an RBI each. Marian Gonzalez 2 for 4 with an RBI. Von Prakniak, no hits, no home runs, no walk. Oh, excuse me. That's his batting stats. I got excited there. I was like, I didn't know he pitched so well. Let's see. On the other side of things, Joey Phillips, Cuevas, Stevens all went 2 for 5. Cuevas 2 for 4. I'm sorry. Borquez had a decent game, 1 for 3 with a walk. But overall, it was the bullpen. Arab, I can't pronounce anything. It was the Alex Dar and then the other guy. Oh, Ari Dongi really gave up most of those. That seems unfair. I feel like Dar was the one that drove all those runs in, but Dongi put him on base. I think that's kind of the way it worked there. Ari Dongi gets the loss. Willie Knox gets the win as Prakniak only goes 4 innings pitched. 4 hits, 1 earned run, 3 RBIs, 3 Ks for Prakniak. Willie Knox giving up 2 earned runs on 4 hits, 1 strikeout. Barr with a strikeout. DeMora with a strikeout. Nice bullpen effort overall for New York. And unfortunately, Dongi is just not his day. Good game. New York Empire on the road get their first win of the season. Thank you, everybody who tuned in to today's games. Little Al is your player of the game. Holy cow.
Come in to pinch hit. Go 1 for 1 for a home run, and then don't do anything else.
Yeah, and he gets player of the game. Look at that.
That's brilliant.
Biscuit Basher, second, 2 for 4, a double and an RBI. Jacob McCall, single and an RBI on the opposite team. Thank you, everybody, for tuned in on opening day today. It's been a blast. This was kind of a marathon day. I don't think that we'll be streaming this many games in a row in the future. I could be wrong about that. You may ask Dong Mattingly about that. We will see. But again, thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Biscuit Basher. I'm with Crozier McCoy.
There you go. Got
in the booth. And so I appreciate the help. I really do. And I don't know. This was just a lot of fun. I'm gonna take tomorrow off.
Oh, me too, man. This was great. Thanks for having me. Thank you all for watching. Fun games.
Thanks, BHB and everybody. Signing off, Biscuit Basher. Tune in next time.